Sounds, lights, camera, action, and go. Daddy. Go, Daddy.
GoDaddy.com.
GoDaddy.com. Go Big Nut.
I got two new big nuts to show off tonight.
Oh boy. I might need to wait for the after show.
Are they at least salty?
One is salty, one is sweet.
Ooh, the answer may surprise you.
I'm sorry I asked.
I'm not lying on any of this either. I can show you. One is salty.
There are
one is salty.
standards.
One is sweet.
There are community
But
standards we
together,
have to uphold.
They are quite the pair.
That's right.
Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and a tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures, and then there were 3. I am joined, Raymond will be joining us soon, hopefully. I am joined, as always, by my wonderful friends, Chris playing Valravn, the Eladrin Bard of Eloquence.
Hello.
Heather playing Frey, the Halfling Barbarian of the Beast.
I'm here.
Reese and Rochelle will not be joining us tonight. Rochelle, I believe, had a birthday this week also, so
She did. Happy birthday, Rochelle.
To Rochelle, yes. With Celeste, the half-orc.
Also, we should say she finished her last round.
Yes.
As a big congratulations
yes.
there.
That is
her last
true.
round was the end of last week.
Last chemo session, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty recent. So yeah, woo!
Hopefully, did not have to spend birthday in the hospital. I don't think that was the case, but
no, I don't think so. I think it was after.
Everyone who is watching, give up happy hands.
Yes,
happy hands.
Happy hands. Hopefully, we'll be seeing her back on here, but we will let them decide that at their own pace. With Thimbleweed, the Thrice Green Swarmkeeper Ranger, Raymond joining us soon, literally on his way home from work, playing Edmund, the Human Alchemist Artificer. We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday. Watch all of our streamed sessions here on the channel, and read weekly session recaps at RogueWatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed live series Crafting Icewind Dale every Monday and Thursday. Head on over to our live post-session discussion at Frostside Chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link into the description below. If you would like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Patrons get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, and participate in monthly DM roundtables and private patron D&D games. Shoutouts to new patrons this week, Dan and Tyler. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net for video chat. We use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. By the way, did you know it's St. Patrick's Day today? Because nobody fucking told me.
I saw it on Twitter or something. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't. There's no marketing this year.
Yeah, I totally missed it. I had a whole day where we went and saw it. We picked up our oldest and we went back home and saw the folks, and I don't know, it was weird. It never occurred to me, or
never even.
Yeah, I never said the words "Happy St. Patrick's Day" to anybody. I didn't.
I worked a whole day with a whole group of people.
And nothing.
No one
Is it over? Is it over now? Are we over it? Maybe we're over it.
It got no marketing this year. Like, there was no, I don't remember seeing anything coming up to it.
They need to get the folks behind Cinco de Mayo on St. Patrick's Day.
That gets some marketing.
That gets some marketing, seriously. And I mean, St. Patrick's Day's got the booze already there. Honestly, it should sell itself. Or maybe we're just getting too old to care now. I don't know.
Right.
Anyway.
We're not the people that marketing it to anymore. Maybe we're out of the demographic.
That's so sad. Previously on Rime of the... You like my stalling, too. I'm stalling so Raymond can get here on time.
Yeah.
Okay. Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. After a short rest at the now empty library, the Marshals headed over to the Arboretum, where they needed a wand from the Nether Oak to complete one of the ritual steps. The Nether Oak was as cantankerous as the Anvil had claimed, deriding and mocking the party, even as Valravn espoused the importance of their mission. Sensing a kindred spirit, Frey stepped up and parleyed with the ghoulish tree, who was delighted to trade one of his sticks for her necklace of humanoid fingers. Getting the wood was only part of the task, however. The oak warned that they still needed to craft the wand at the nearby table, and doing so would irritate the plant life around them. Edmund set to work on crafting the wand. As he started, the grass around them erupted into turtle-like monsters with toothy jaws. In the distance, a pair of flowers waved newly sprouted tendrils, unleashing psychic attacks. While Edmund worked While Edmund worked, the others rushed to defend him. Lord Marbury was unable to escape, however, pinned to the ground by the grassy creatures and eventually killed by the ravenous sods. More plant creatures began emerging as the wand continued to draw energy, including a grappling vine, a swampy, shambling mound, and even a pair of animated trees. Prey was sucked into the mound, only to gleefully start stabbing it from the inside. Edmund took a boulder to the face from an animated tree, but his work was unfettered. Finishing the wand caused a wave of energy to expel all the plant creatures, save for the sarcastically clapping nether oak. Armed with the newly made wand, the party made their way toward the third tower, the Tower of Divination. Several nothics were trying to get inside, but fled when the party arrived. Frey kicked down the non-magical door. Inside, they discovered a half-destroyed orrery with the celestial bodies lying on the floor. Upon gazing at the ruin, they each received a premonition of a horde of nothics rushing through the door behind them, as well as specific visions of magical effects erupting from the ruined planets, stars, and suns around them. With only seconds to prepare, they're slammed back into consciousness with the howling monsters hot on their heels.
That's right.
We did things.
We did things. We saw the future, and the future was terrible.
Future was
It
terrible.
usually is.
Yeah, and I think we put in the notes which visions and things that we saw.
Yes, we did. But you left out the most important one, which is that an army of nothics is apparently about to bust it through that door.
That's well, that's the note you made. Nothics coming.
Oh, there we go. I did write that.
You did write that one down. I appreciated that. So I'm actually gonna have you guys roll initiative, as when I mentioned you have seconds, I wasn't kidding.
Real seconds.
Real turn-based seconds. For some reason I cannot pull up the live chat on my iPad, so I assume the stream's working okay?
Seems to be.
Okay.
Oh, you've angered the YouTube gods.
Yeah. The first time it's ever happened before. It's just not pulling up on my thing, so I might not be able to respond to chat very well. Hold my phone. I have 3 monitors, and yet I have to have another mobile screen actually showing, because all those are needed for the actual production. I assure you.
We get like Hugh Jackman and Swordfish, just a wall of monitors.
Yes, what a relevant reference you make to a 20-year-old movie.
There's certain movies that aren't important to anyone else, but are important to me.
Those are the best movies, I think.
The world may have long forgotten Swordfish, but not me.
Not me. There we go. Got it on my phone, then it'll work.
Funny story about Swordfish.
Yes,
Oh,
tell us a
God.
funny story about Swordfish.
I went to see that with Stephen Wong in theaters, and we showed up about 4 or 5 minutes late. I don't know if you remember that movie, but that movie starts with a flash forward to the end of the movie where John Travolta's talking to the cops and explaining his evil plan. And the movie flashes back to the beginning of the story. Steven and I didn't know that, so we were talking to each other through the entire movie going, what the fuck was that first scene? John Travolta was in a cafe talking to Don Cheadle about something. And it made no sense to us until like after the movie was over. We like looked it up or something and we realized, oh, okay, that's funny. We missed some crucial information at the very beginning of that movie.
It's probably been at least a decade since I've seen that movie.
It's not great. it's not a
Isn't
great...
he forced to like hack something at gunpoint while Halle Berry performs fellatio on him?
Not Halle Berry, but yes, that is accurate.
Okay.
He is being performed upon while hacking while hacking like the CIA or something. It's something ridiculous.
At the test.
Yep. All right. I don't have... For some reason, I do have access to Edmund's sheet, but nobody else's.
Ooh, what do I have access to?
Also, I don't see any other initiatives popping up.
Yeah, I might have to redo my thing. It seems to be...
I haven't hit my button yet. Hang on.
I see no other initiatives but mine.
I haven't hit the button yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine's disabled. All right, let me restart it. Behind the scenes.
I barely rolled
I
better
don't know
than
why
you.
any guy remembers Swordfish. Yeah, it's the scene that I just right. That's literally the scene that I was like.
It's a different scene. It's like halfway
Okay.
through the movie where Halle Berry's just sitting by the pool. That's what everybody remembers.
Okay.
I have never seen Swordfish.
You should see it.
Well, the other scene
It's
isn't that the one where there's a big
I'm okay
explosion
with not
and they
seeing
use like
it
a
right
million
now.
cameras to show you like this weird like
That is,
360
yeah.
around the explosion?
Yeah, the other little like what do you call it? Ball bearing bomb. Yeah, and that was neat looking.
Yeah. There was an era where
Okay.
John Travolta was the bad guy in so many movies. Like he
Yeah.
just relished being typecast in that way.
Yep. He was just
It's like,
he was
do
just
you need a
overacting in
mediocre,
everything.
yeah, like kind of mediocre action, except for Face Off, which is not mediocre. It was
that's not
fantastic.
mediocre. That's great. But he's also overacting in that. But it's to
Oh, no
wonderful
question,
effect.
but you're opposite Nicolas Cage, so
he's
You'd
doing
have to overact.
he's doing his best Nicolas Cage in that movie, which is
that's literally
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, wasn't there a movie where Nicolas Cage was playing Nicolas Cage? Like it was like some spoof movie or something like that pretty recently.
yeah, there was, but it wasn't I mean, it was a spoof, I suppose, because it's not like real. But he is playing himself. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's overacting to overact and
Mhm.
continuously overacting.
That's
Oh,
right.
he's so lucky.
That movie's got a funny bit where he's being haunted by the ghost of his past self. And it's the version of him from what's that Coen Brothers movie? Where he's got like the biker jacket and he steals a baby. God, I can't.
An awesome
Raising
description.
Arizona. Raising Arizona.
I have not seen that.
But that version of him, the young version of him who's like haunting him and trying to get him to do bad things, that version is doing like the Nicolas Cage overacting, and real Nicolas Cage is trying to not do that anymore. It's
Who wants Edmund briefly?
I think I already have Edmund, so I think
It's
I can do
initiative
it.
in there.
Yeah, I've got Edmund.
All right, I did roll initiative for him.
Okay.
And I don't believe you ever summoned Lord Marbury between the Arboretum
I
and the
did not.
tower.
Nope.
Yeah.
But nobody's got Thimbleweed either, FYI.
Oh shoot, because he handled Thimbleweed, doesn't he?
Yep.
Ruh-roh, our House of Cards is falling swiftly.
5 characters amongst 2 people.
Yeah. We barely have a quorum. Okay, well, this is a funky round because you essentially turn-based combat has begun, but you have no enemies
Uh-huh.
at the moment. But you know they're coming. You have seen this in a vision. You walked in here, you literally got like a Final Destination type like sudden premonition of this violent ambush of these monsters rushing in through here and attacking you all. You also each received specific visions, although some of you received ended up receiving the same vision of you placing your hand on one of these what you can identify as kind of destroyed celestial bodies that had fallen from this grand orrery in this room, and placing your hand seemed to activate some kind of magical effect. Some of you witnessed your placing your hand on what looked like the sun, and then it explode, and then running for cover, and then after a few moments it explodes into flame. Some of you put your hands on the gas giant, which is this one here,
Mm-hmm.
and proceeded to be able to float off the ground weightlessly. And others put your hand on what kind of looks like the Earth-like planet, and witnessed your flesh becoming armored in rock.
Ah, yes.
That was only Valen, I believe, saw that one.
We
So
assume she told us about that one.
well, that you all can have this discussion essentially,
Yeah.
but yeah, she would look around and say, "Did everybody else feel that?"
Visions of the future. Yes, I believe we did. I believe we ought to bar this door if the visions were at all accurate.
Frey, you are in control of Celeste and then yourself, so you've got kind of the first things you can do, but you feel like you've got just enough time to prepare in whatever ways you choose.
Did we figure out which way they were coming in from?
The vision did seem to have them coming through the front door area.
Oh, where Thimbleweed is standing?
Generally. Yeah, the door is, I think you guys can see the actual door symbol, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
So Celeste will reach over and just close the door.
Okay. She closes the door as best she can, but the door has been firmly battered to where it just, you can set it there, but there's no locking mechanism or clicking into place or anything like that.
It's gonna close the door.
Yep.
And, take some steps back. Frey, however, will stand in front of the door.
And if you want, like I said, you've got your actions. You can do hold actions or, whatever.
She's gonna, as soon as anyone comes through that door that's a bad guy, it's choppy time.
Okay.
Same for Celeste?
Choppy time.
Yeah, Celeste will prep her, she will prep some the radiant sunbolt.
Yeah, the long range basic attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Boleyn, thinking that she witnessed an interesting observation, and being the scientist wizard that she, or wizard, I guess, that she is, will walk over to the Earth-like planet and say, "I experienced a vision of myself," and she will put her hand on this sphere, and you see it glow briefly, and then some of that energy, or all that energy, goes into Valen, and you see her flesh just kind of hardening with this thick exterior. And then you see the sphere no longer glowing after she does that.
Was it glowing before she touched it?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But you just saw it went off when she touched it and then stopped.
Do we see anything that's like, I don't know, like, I'm not sure if I'm trying to determine, like, if we're supposed to touch all of these globes to, like, get out of this room? Like, is there anything that's, like, lighting up when she touched that globe, or anything that sort of indicates anything like that?
Roll a either investigation or arcana check as you try to observe this.
Okay. Both the same for me. 12.
You don't witness anything puzzle-based happening, I'll say that. And you're not sure if you touching it would activate the same thing, or if only she could touch it because she experienced the vision. You're not quite sure what the connections there are. You do see there is just a regular staircase in the back of this room that ascends to the top of the tower. But otherwise, the only thing in this room is these the Ori that was hanging from a very tall ceiling, and then these kind of crashed bodies on the ground.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be by committee, but what do you want Edmund and Thimbleweed to do?
I'm pretty positive Edmund would want to touch one of the globes.
Yeah.
It seems like him.
Which one did he
That's
actually?
very much. He saw the one that blew up.
He did see the one that blew up. Yep.
I don't know if there's any advantage to touching that one right now, though.
I mean, that's the one he saw. He doesn't really know that the other ones did something. Except for now that he saw Valen do it.
Right.
But Edmund would touch all of the others just to see what would happen.
He'd probably go, touch one of the ones that we didn't see.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just putting Edmund in danger.
I will say that because I'm not controlling. I will say that for Edmund's benefit, the vision he specifically saw him placing his hands on that object, then booking it, and then time passed, and then you see it explode. So it wasn't like an immediate effect when he put his hands on it. There was some time in between, but you're not quite sure because of the time distillation in dream sequences.
Yeah.
How much actually happened.
All right, yeah, Edmund's gonna try to touch one that he didn't touch before, or that no one saw anything about. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, the two that nobody, assuming you've all been openly communicating which ones that you saw,
Yeah.
Nobody seems to know about the water planet and the small moon. Looks like a moon thing.
Okay. He'll go up and he'll touch the small moon.
Okay. He does that, and you see the magic blink for a second, and then nothing happens at the moment, but you feel like energy gathering near this point.
Okay.
Oh, he'd be all over that. Oh man.
Energy gathering. That sounds dangerous.
Energy gathering.
I don't know. Let's see. What has he got that he can do? If we want, somebody needs to just probably try to hold the door. So if we want to have Thimbleweed just try to hold the door shut as these nothics come at us, Edmund could cast, what spell is this? Enhance ability. I'm not sure if this is a spell he has or he just puts his scrolls in his spell list. Actually. He's got a lot of spells, and I'm thinking he doesn't actually know all these spells. Some of these might be scrolls that he's got.
That maybe, I'm not sure, but
Well, I'll use the scroll, I guess, because I'm not positive if.
we can ask, but for now, yeah, you can
Yeah.
go ahead and guess. What would you like to enhance?
He would like to enhance Thimbleweed's bull strength. That gives him advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles.
Okay. Been juiced.
Mm-hmm.
Surely there's like an arm. Yeah, there we
go. Right.
All right. Strength has been improved, and then we still have Thimbleweed. Yeah.
I don't know if we want Thimbleweed to touch one of the things, but probably just want to try to just hold the door shut, I guess. Armored and rock. Which one did Thimbleweed see? I guess we've all shared at this point what each thing does.
Yeah,
right?
probably. Thimbleweed saw the gas giant, the floating one.
Okay. He'll go over and touch the one that Valen just touched, because having even rockier skin than his insectoid skin might come in handy.
He does that, but nothing happens, and you don't feel any magic or anything.
Oh.
And Valen frowns and says, "Oh, dear, I guess that's... perhaps it's out of juice now."
All right, well then, Thimbleweed will go back to the door and just like press his body against the door and just try to hold that shut.
Okay. And we're at you, so...
Let's see. Valravn will touch the gas giant.
Okay.
What's the other one we don't know yet? The blue one, right?
Blue one, yeah.
Okay. He will touch the gas giant.
Okay. You place your hands upon the gas giant, and you immediately feel your just complete weightlessness. You kind of float in the air, and you find that you are under the effects of the fly spell.
Ooh.
Which is...
that let us be control it, right?
Yep. Concentration. You gain a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. Spell ends, the target falls, but it's still aloft unless it can stop the fall. Lasts for 10 minutes, / concentration.
Okay. And is touching these globes been our actions, or...
That's a good question.
The activation of them?
Yeah. No, they call it an object interaction, so I don't think so, but if if you were to try to drink a
Free
potion,
action, I
maybe it
guess.
wouldn't work then at the same
Yeah.
thing. So this counts as like your free action
Okay.
use, I guess. Free
So do
object
we
use.
see an exit out of this room somewhere?
There is stairs going up, but they appear to be pretty lengthy from what you can see. Because there's a huge ceiling here, and there's stairs that just keep winding all the way up and up and up.
He's not sure what's coming through the door. He will prepare a vicious mockery for whatever comes through that door next. He'll also fly about 20 feet up in the air.
Whatever's coming, I will mock it.
I will mock it
Terribly.
relentlessly.
Ninner, ninner, you cannot fly.
All right, and now that you've all prepared various things, I've got some creatures. Now you hear the howling of creatures. Most foul.
Yeah.
Order this. And properly turn on the combat music.
Now they're coming.
Oh lord, they coming. All right, so you said that Thimbleweed holding the door currently.
With one hand, I am giving him the help action as well.
Are you doing that, or would you rather ready an attack?
No, ready an attack, because we both know he's not going to be able to hold the door.
The question of how long.
Like, I'm helping you, and you just like get your ass. Off, don't move. Harry. Oh. So I think that's going to be a contested strength check as these nothics try to burst down this door with Thimbleweed. Do I need to open up the character sheets?
I actually don't have access to Thimbleweed, so
Okay.
yeah, you may either have to give me it, and I'll open 3, or just roll for him. That's why I was trying to do the simplest thing for him, because
I appreciate it. Yeah, we are understaffed tonight. Edited and controlled by Valravn. All right, so for now I'm gonna give you Thimbleweed, and I'll give Edmund to Heather, I guess.
I think right now I've got Edmund, I've got Thimbleweed and Edmund, and she's got Celeste.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's fine for now.
Okay.
Until Raven shows it.
All right. Strength.
Strength, which he has advantage on.
Does have advantage on.
Is it a saving throw or just a check?
Just a check.
Okay. Is it can we call it an athletics check?
I think so.
Sure.
Because he is better at that than just straight strength checks.
Sure.
I'll allow it.
Will you? Woo, that's a close one.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
you needed that bull strength.
You see that door starting to, like, shards of it getting busted down because the door is not in good shape. And it was only put there haphazardly. But Thimbleweed's strength does manage to hold it in place and at least rebuff this one, who kind of just screams and yowls at the door. With shards coming off, it can peek inside and stare at Thimbleweed with its rotting gaze, though. So I'm gonna trigger
just an eye peek, giant eye.
A giant eye peeking through. Targets Thimbleweed. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw.
Pretty low
That's
save.
not
What? He rolled
gonna
real
do
bad.
it.
Real
Does he have
bad.
he doesn't have any inspiration, anything. No, he's got anything for this.
It's 15 necrotic damage.
Ouch.
Hold the door.
Yep. And nothing else happens though, just the damage.
Right.
Okay.
All right, another knot, and you see that eye disappear, and another nothic just comes up and starts scrabbling and screeching and pushing on the door. Give me another athletics check.
Alright.
I'll continue to allow it.
Oh.
So tie means it. Look at these fucking. I'm rolling dynamite, by the way, for these poor nothics, you asshole. It means that we keep the status quo. That also means this one is going to do the same thing. It's gonna peer through and stare at Thimbleweed with its rotting gaze. And now you see more shards of this door coming off, and you feel like you might not be able to hold regardless. But for now, keeping them away. Another con saving throw.
Oh, right.
But we can see them, right?
You can see them while they're doing this.
So Celeste's readied action would go off then. She only has to see them, because it's a ranged attack.
Yeah, I'm going to give them cover, though, because they are behind a door.
That's fine.
Okay, he did make it.
Okay. Barely. Man, these are some close rolls back and forth.
Yeah. You're rolling really well. We're not rolling so
Somebody
high.
remind me what the cover rules are. I'm going to give them 3/4 cover plus 5 bonus to AC. All right. So yeah, you can give me a
use
attack
those rules more often. They're good
attack
rules.
roll. Yeah, they're pretty good. Cover should be more of a thing.
I mean, like us, the player character should use them more often. Like it seems like.
So what kind of roll is it? Just regular straight?
Yeah, regular roll. It's just that they've got cover, which just boosts their AC.
Okay.
So that would be the first one I get.
Yeah. That's not gonna go well.
Nope. Slams to the door. More shards come off.
If anything, she helped them get in a little better.
Right, destroying the door a little faster.
Yeah. All right. It is Celeste's turn now.
Okay.
And now you know they're out there. They're pounding on the door. It's like just kind of a zombie movie situation where Thimbleweed is bracing all 4 of his arms against the door. But you see, even as he's able to hold the line, this door is starting to disintegrate and just get destroyed in the process. So,
remind me how big that room is on the other side.
Big the room.
Mm-hmm.
Which room?
The room that the Nothics are coming at us from.
They're coming from the outside.
Oh, the outside world?
This is the room to the outside. Yeah, the outside world. You guys are in a tower. You just stepped inside this base of the tower, yeah.
Okay, but the door is, like, got some pretty big holes, right? So
Yeah.
we could clearly see the outside world, right?
I would rule that you could hit a point outside, yes.
Excellent. That's what I
you're
wanted
getting
to hear.
It's all about the player leading the DM into.
Raven does it all the time. He
Yeah.
doesn't tell you what he wants to do. He just asks you a series of leading
Ask me a series of questions, and I'm like, what do you want to do?
So I want to
It depends on what your answers are.
Yeah. As an action, I would like to magically create an orb and hurl it at a point that I can choose within 150 feet and watch it erupt into a sphere of radiant light for a brief but deadly instant.
Ooh.
It makes a 20-foot radius sphere and does 2d6 radiant damage to all the creatures contained within that sphere.
Yep.
So I would like to hurl it far enough out that it's not going to hit Thimbleweed.
Yeah,
So
I would allow it, but I would probably make you come up like at least half the distance closer.
That's fine.
So you can try to, pinpoint a spot.
So, come here, we'll softball fast pitch it. And we will do a searing sunburst. Oh, we're going to throw some key points into it because, why not?
Yep,
She's got a bunch of them again.
Saving throw or take 2d6 radiant damage.
And then each key point you spend adds up to a maximum of 3. It increases the damage by 2d6. So I'm going to do a maximum of 3. So we're going to include 2, 4, 6d6 plus the original 2d6 to make 8d6 of damage to these Nothics.
That's a lot of d6.
Yeah.
Sauce on it.
Sauce on
1,
it.
2, 3. So you got to make Constitution saving throws. Let me see if I can find this in her spells list here, if it's over here. It's not! That would have been great. Okay, I'm going to fix that.
Say
Her spell save DC is also not in here. Okay.
It doesn't work right because she's not a spellcaster. Like I've seen that a similar situation to that before, where
Yeah.
it doesn't calculate it right because she's not like a spellcaster.
She's not an innate spellcaster.
Yeah.
So. DC. 8 plus whiz plus proficiency. So 8 plus whiz is 10 plus proficiency makes 15. You need DC 15, con save or better, or take 8d6. Fuck you damage.
You guys have a 5 proficiency bonus?
Yeah.
Good.
Got up there.
All right. I need you to roll the damage.
You
before
let
I
us
can...
into tier 3.
Yeah. Yep.
8d6. 31.
Wow.
Nice.
A pretty good average.
Fireball's worth of damage, I think.
This is an interesting save too, because I believe nothing happens on a successful save.
I think so.
Yeah.
15 is pretty good, though.
15 is pretty good. I didn't know she had that high of a DC.
Hey, only 2 save.
Okay.
That's yeah. Wow.
Everyone else takes 31 points of fuck you damage.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
So
the
you definitely
power of
hear
leap,
some
baby.
screeching. Yeah, that was good use. Some screeching and screaming as a blast of light bursts out of that thing. And I'm going to say that's also going to destroy the rest of the door, I think. Just the final bits of shards of, just from sheer concussive force, if anything else, gets blown off. The wild Raymond has appeared.
There he is.
I've appeared,
I have.
and I'm shiny.
Hello. Just do this configuration. Alright, so that was her action, so we go to Frey. Now you see the door has been blown off, and there are several very wounded nothics outside.
Oh, Frey skips gleefully into that good night. 10. She has come gleefully into this good night. All right.
She's going out into the,
Oh
to
yeah.
the Nothic wave.
Number 3 first.
Did we ever...
Did you have your doubts?
Yeah, suspect anything different?
I guess from a tactician perspective, I hope she would stay on this side of the door and let the Nothics come to her, but
Nah.
it's Frey.
I'm debating on if I want to rage, but I don't think I will.
If they do,
I've already used 2 of my rages, so I've got to be smart about it. But I will recklessly attack just for that sweet, sweet advantage.
Smart about it, but not that smart.
But I'm still attacking.
I'm playing safe, but not that safe.
But not that safe.
Yeah. Number 3. Does it look like it's been barbecued?
Yes.
All right.
In fact, the 2 nearest you, ironically, the ones that were scrabbling at the doors and staring at Thimbleweed with their terrible, rotting gazes, are now like bleeding from their eyes.
So number 3 is taking 19 points of damage. Oh, sorry, 16 points of damage.
Put that axe right between its eye, just crunch it dead.
Just runs out of the door, just axe over her head. Just
Yeah, that's pretty
out
awesome.
the door.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch, the explosion happening, this blinding light, and all of a sudden this barbarian just comes in and plants an axe right in your face.
Number 2 is going to take an additional 10 points of damage. She's whistling Dixie at this point. She is so happy right now.
You're getting 29 and 25 on her attacks, for those of you that are like, why is she auto-hitting? I was like, well, she knows.
It's not really a question.
Valen, I forgot to open your character sheets. Valen, with her armored body, will attempt to finish off that Nothic. And turns to you, Evolver, and says, I guess it She wasn't ever going to stay in the tower, was she?
I suppose not. I shouldn't have expected anything less than full gung-ho charge.
You see Valen wave her hands, and that
Hey,
skeletal
there's a-
hand comes in and just and strangles this wounded Nothic, and actually falls over dead.
Wow, it's the first time I think she's ever successfully used that
Yeah,
cantrip.
she's like, yes.
Hey, you can be useful.
Yep. Edmund, at the start of your turn, we had you activate the moon, I believe, up here. And as his turn starts, you now see that a giant beam of light erupts from the moon.
A good beam of light or a bad beam of light?
One that feels like it's damagey.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, none of us are near it.
Nobody's
right?
near it though, yeah. So it's just sitting there, but it's still doing its thing. It's just like its orbital laser is like centered on it.
Oh, okay.
And now it is
straight up
it's pointing straight up, yeah.
for now, at least. Okay. And
Which 5-foot radius is that?
10-foot diameter, is that right?
Yeah.
now, what happened last time? We had visions, right? And what was my vision to touch the moon?
No, we figured that Edmund would probably want to touch one of the ones we didn't see just to test it out. That's our logic. We saw visions of the Earth planet giving us stone skin, which Valen touched and she got it, and somebody else touched and they didn't get it, so we think these may be one-time use things.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. The big gas one in the middle gave me flight when I touched it. And what's the one we haven't done yet?
You've not
Oh,
seen the
big
water
yellow
one.
The water one. Yeah.
We don't know what the water one does.
What was the vision we saw? No, yeah, we don't know what
You've
that
not
one
seen
does.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the one
Oh.
on top right? The sun.
Oh, yeah, we did see that one. That one's gonna explode when somebody touches it. Not right away. It's gonna explode like a few seconds after they touch it. I think Eric said the vision was like what they touch it and then run away and then it blows up.
So if you notice what happened to the moonbeam, you're not sure if the same thing will happen, but Edmund touched it, and now about seconds later on his next turn, it then erupted into a beam of light.
Okay.
Well, Frey's blocking the doorway, so I have no option but to touch the water here and see what happens.
Okay. You reach out and touch the water, and you can see from this watery planet the texture suddenly animate, and waves surge forth, and it looks like they are going to burst out of this planetary body shortly.
Let me jump back.
So half these are good, half these are bad. It's kind of where we're landing.
So I was right here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let me just jump over to this side. And oh look, I can see a nothic in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
In the
30
shadows.
feet. All right, let me thorn whip it. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh shit!
Wow.
A critical hit from our artificer. Is that our? I feel like that's the first crit we've had with Thorn Whip specifically.
Maybe, yeah.
Could be. And I yanked that beast 10 feet closer.
Yeah, let me update our giveaway here. Dur, dur, dur. All right, for 25 damage. My goodness. And that is a massive damage on save for this Nother, which looks slightly stronger than the others. So half the damage would be 12, so it does make the save barely. But it is yanked closer, which is basically right in front of Frey.
Yay!
Doesn't like that. Frey, surrounded by Nothics.
I don't care.
Yep, they will run up to you, and since you recklessly attacked, they will do the same to you with advantage. 22
That one hit. Yeah, that hits.
for 4 slashing. And 21 for 7 slashing.
Whatever.
Where's that one at?
It's the other side of Frey.
Yeah, I got 2 that are still alive.
Is it here? Oh, I'm closing the door. It's the one right next to Frey?
There's one here, and then there's another one here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This other one, Frey, will actually stand back and attempt to stare at you with its rotting gaze. A con save, so you can flex your con save.
Flex that sweet, sweet con save. I have a +10 to my con save. All I need is a 3.
Yeah.
And I got a 17.
Barely makes it. Yep. Nothics are now.
She just raises one eyebrow.
What have we learned in Nothics? All right, we have a buffed Thimbleweed. Edmund, you were Raymond, you were controlling Thimbleweed. We gave it to Chris temporarily, but you can have control again if you would like.
What's he buffed with?
You are concentrating on enhanceability for Thimbleweed, buffing his strength because he was holding the door shut, which helped save you a few Nothic attacks.
Yeah, but I don't know if it matters anymore because he's...
Yeah, the door is now destroyed.
He's got advantage on strength checks, though. Until you stop doing it.
All right. And you said to drive. What's his speed? He's 35. The boy feels empowered, so he's gonna try to grapple this Nothic in the door at number 4.
He does.
Boy.
He is empowered.
What was it? Athletics check, I guess.
Yes. Versus its
Oops. That was Thimbleweed.
bad extra athletics.
You also have advantage on it because of the
Jeez.
Because of what?
the spell, the bull strength.
Okay.
I have an advantage, but you are definitely able to grapple the Nothic.
Okay. And is this thing in the center? Can I walk on top of it, or is it raised?
It is a. It's essentially an obstacle. I just didn't want to put. It's a giant. Like those big warriors, what they're called, the big 3D images of the solar system. So it's a giant like sphere that's crashed to the ground.
Okay. I don't know what to do with him.
Oh, the water one's about to explode, right? Throw him next to the water one.
Let's
And this one's still beaming.
Throw him into the water.
Okay, yeah, you can move it basically half your speed to drag it along.
Yeah, and then throw him in the water sphere.
Put it in there. Put it
Okay,
in there
just kind of like on the general area, yeah. Alright, we've got this Nothic, which unfortunately does not have any of its allies near it. That's not good. It's going to attack you, Frey. It
Okay.
does have advantage.
It already attacked me.
This one?
Yeah.
No, number 4 attacked you. Number 4 that just got dragged into the...
You attacked me twice then with number 4?
Yeah.
They attack twice.
They do. And so does this one, in fact. Also, I'm realizing that it doesn't need allies, but it has advantage, and since you're actually attacked, it does have advantage, which means it can apply its sneak attack damage. So 8 slashing, 6 psychic, and it deals an extra 8 damage because it has advantage on the attack roll.
Okay. I don't care.
Total of 22.
Mm-hmm.
And then a second attack. 5 will hit for 13 damage.
Why is this one adding psychic damage? What's adding the psychic?
It is a nastier breed of Nothic that appears to be much stronger, able to do scarier attacks.
Okay, whatever.
And it will also bonus action disengage and slink away around a corner.
Oh, you gonna make me chase you?
Don't leave on.
I lure her away from the
She
tower.
runs into the city. We never see her again.
Oh, she's having the time of her life. She's just killing nothics left and right.
Yeah, to this day, she's still in that city.
To this day. All right, well, Robin, you still have the flying spell around you.
I do. Oh, I don't know what to do. I can't really see. I'll fly over this thing down here. I don't see any nothics.
No, nothics. Maybe you need to come outside. There might be more nothics.
There might be. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't really have any kind of like.
He just flies around in circles. There's a nothic inside. I don't know if you saw this one. It was thrown.
Oh, you're right. The one that Edmund threw.
It was grabbed by thimbleweed and then kind of thrown onto this like surge. Like you can see the water starting to surge out of this sphere.
He'll back away from that too. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, he will viciously mock that nothing that got thrown into a water sphere. The indignity of it all, being thrown into what water that maybe he liked it. He probably hasn't seen non-solid water in quite some time.
On solid water. A wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right, 7 psychic, and I believe it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay. That. All right.
And then he will read a few more words since Frey is charging out into the
into that good
fields,
night.
into that good night. He will write some words about Frey's courage and daring do, and he will give her inspiration.
Yay! Sweet, sweet inspiration.
All right. You hear the shouts and screams of more nothics, Frey, and the rest of you as well. That one's dead. Rushing out, and you can see, obviously I've got limited vision here, but you see like general city around you, and you just, like very Left 4 Dead, where you hear that scream, like kind of, you know, the big crescendo, and then all of a sudden a small horde kind of runs towards you all.
Okay.
And Frey, you've got another one of those purple-eyed nothics coming at you. And
Frey, perhaps you want to come back inside and let the horde come to us? We have exploding balls in here that can probably do damage to them.
brought to you by Big Nut.
Big nuts and exploding balls.
Big Nut's exploding balls. And this one will attack you with advantage. 23 will hit for 10 plus 2. It will do its sneak attack for an extra 7, so for 19 damage. And a second claw attack, 20 for 12 damage. I have no idea how excited I was when Frey said the words, I don't think I'm going to rage this fight. And it will bonus action disengage as well and just like go to the other side. You can see now they're like loping and trying to like act like kind of predators with a single prey.
Hyenas and a zebra? I feel like we...
Yep. And then Frey, from a distance, one of them targets you with a rotting gaze.
Okay.
See this one running up and just, instead of closing the distance, it just stares down at you. But yeah, you're able to just plant your feet and stare back. Alright, Celeste's turn.
Let's see here.
Anything happens to that nothic in the water?
Not yet.
Yeah.
It was viciously mocked by Valravn, I guess.
I guess that happened.
That had happened. Meanwhile, you all have heard the sounds of more nothics running in, and you see Frey just taking a bit of a beating at the entrance to the door.
Okay. Well. What is that? Oh, okay. Celeste will come up and kind of walk in front of Frey for half a second. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. In a 15-foot cone, she will cast Burning Hands. Because I have that ability. Because you should be able to hit both of those nothics up here. If I did the math right.
The two on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see here. Because I think there's a way I can cast it at a higher level. Hang on, I'm reading this real quick. Da-da. Yeah, alright. Searing Arc Strike. Immediately after you take the attack action on your turn, I can spend 2 key points to cast Burning Hands spell as a bonus action. I can spend additional key points to cast Burning Hands as a higher level spell. Each additional key point you spend increases... Uh-oh, Christopher fell off.
There's a bonus action?
If I do the Searing Arc Strike, it counts as a bonus action, yes. Would you like me to put here? There you go.
Okay. Oh, so it's kind of like Flurry of Blows, except you're doing this instead of 2 attacks. Okay.
Yeah. And she's got movement out the ass here.
Yes, indeed.
10, 20. So she's actually going to have to go 25, 30. Hit this guy first, because she has to do the attack action.
Yeah, Dimnix just said that. Yeah.
Yep. I'm right there, Dimnix. I see it. I can... Alright, so... 28 probably hits him.
Yes.
For 6. And then... immediately as a bonus action... we will spend the key points. 2 key points to cast the spell. I'm assuming we're going to long rest very soon after this one, you guys.
It's a bold assumption, but it has been a while since you've been in here.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. You can spend additional key points to cast Burning Hands as a higher level spell. Each additional key point you spend increases the spell's level by 1. The maximum number of key points, 2, plus any additional points that you can spend on the spell equals half of your monk level. I mean, she's...
But you're thinking you're in a long rest, and yet you still were like, I don't think I'm gonna rage for this survival fight.
I might rage here in a minute.
This is somebody else's character sheet.
I'm gonna burn through all the resources.
Yeah.
I mean, so the monk gets them back on a short rest, so they absolutely should be burning through those resources.
Absolutely. See, that's why. So we'll spend, like... because we can already cast it at first level. I can spend like 4 more key points to do it for like 4 levels above that, so it casts it at a 5th level? Is that right? ODM of graciousness?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Alright, cool. So, Burning Hands at a 5th level.
So you can after your monk.
Yeah. I can spend up to half the monk level, which is 6. I'm assuming we're rounding down on that. I'm gonna spend 4.
Okay.
So it's already 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we're gonna hit number 1 and then whatever this guy is up here.
Yep.
And my 15-foot cone of craziness.
DC of 0. That's gonna be tricky.
Yeah, no, it's a 15.
All right, this is yeah, Dex. All right, bottom guy is a fail. Top one did not have advantage, so it's also a fail.
21 points of fire damage.
21 points of fire damage. All right.
And that was a bonus action.
Yeah.
So she still has a second attack.
Yep.
Which, if this guy next to her is still alive, she'll hit him again.
Yes.
16
Yes. 16 does hit. Yep.
12 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's not Frey, this is Celeste.
Yeah.
And then because she did the hit, she has that crazy I can run away shit.
Yes. The timing of that is hilarious. Just hit once, hit again, and run away.
It's very rapid.
Yep.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, Frey, now it's your turn.
It's my turn. 3, 4. There's still 4 nothics.
Frey, I really would recommend maybe coming in the building. I hear a whole horde of them coming.
Possibly a horde and a half.
I don't know if you hear that or not. Quite loud.
Yeah. There's probably bad. Are nothics humanoids?
I think we covered this before, because I think somebody tried to cast a spell on them. I don't think they are. I think they're abominations or something.
Have checks that you can roll for that, but unfortunately the checks also
I think we've tried to cast humanoid spells on nothics before, like this campaign, when we first came here.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think you've determined they are far removed from humanoid.
Alright, so we've all shared.
Our feelings?
Yeah.
Hasn't shared today.
Sorry, let's see what the movie's doing. Alright. You said there were stairs back here?
Yeah, but you can see the stairs wind for a long time. It's not just like a stairs to the next level. It goes, you'd be pretty committed. They're in the very back of the tower, and they just kind of wind for when you look up there and you see the very high ceiling. So there is another area supposedly up there.
How high is the ceiling?
That's a great question. That I don't know the answer to.
Just make something up, because...
Yeah. Let's say it goes for 60 feet.
Okay. I will sit back here and ready in action. I will ready my wand of magic mints. And we'll go from there.
30 feet, actually. It looks like it's 30 feet. That's shorter than I thought.
Oh, it's only 30 feet up?
No, I'm gonna go with my original 60 feet. I'm changing that. I'm gonna make it 60 feet. I want this to be a much bigger tower.
It's a taller tower.
It's a taller tower, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll ready in action. As soon as one of the bigger nothics comes in the door, I will hit it with the wand of magic mints.
Okay. You're going to have your wish because we've got a Nothic screaming into the room.
Not the little Nothic, the big Nothic.
Oh, okay. It's a little
That's
Nothic
what I
that
said.
comes...
She's saving it for
Yeah.
specifically a bigger one. Okay. This one comes screaming in, and we'll use Token Fate to determine the first one that makes it inside will attack Thimbleweed with its clawed attacks. I think 9's gonna do it. I don't think 18 does it either. Thimbleweed's got that nice thick carapace.
That nice thick carapace.
You know,
We all love to see it.
Yeah.
Thimbleweed flexes all 4 of his upper arms.
Valen will, and somebody's right next to her, she will cast a spell, and you see her whole hand becomes wreathed in shadow, and just you feel the necrotic energy coming off of it, and then she reaches out to try to grab this Nothic forcefully. She's like emboldened. Oh, but yeah. Fortunately, misses terribly.
Yeah.
Damn it!
She's back to her normal performance.
I flew too close to the sun.
I knew you were useless.
Edmund, at the start of your turn, this sphere explodes, or sorry, it water gushes out of it and slams into the room itself, which does hit the Nothic, and I think manages to narrowly miss Frey. You just dumb luck put into a right spot. I will literally show you what it looks like on the map for
Oh wow.
how
Okay.
this huge tidal wave comes like from 10 feet above and just fires down like a giant wave, slamming this Nothic around, and just crashes in the middle of the room where nobody else is except this Nothic, ironically. Which is a dex save, I believe.
Wait,
yeah.
does it not take damage?
Yes. He gets to make a dex save. I think he's prone. I don't know. Because...
He did get thrown in there.
Right.
I don't know.
Prone actually does not affect dex saves. Interestingly enough. Okay. So he will roll a dex save. Fails terribly. Edmund, I'll let you roll the damage, which is 4d8.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so he takes 19 damage, and he remains prone.
Crushed by that water.
Yeah, tidal wave dissipates. It's the one-time thing, and I'll say he gets knocked into, like, here. All right, now it is your turn. You saw all that happening, like, in that instant. At the same time, sorry, this should happen last turn, I think, actually. But you see this orbital beam over here wink out.
Is the door still intact? Could I just close it?
It is no longer intact. It has been thoroughly destroyed through multiple attacks and then a radiant blast.
All right. Now...
Wait for the DM to like lock a door open. I don't. I just realized.
Right. Like
I can lock it to where you can't open it, but I can't lock it to where you can't close it.
Can you just remove the thing? I don't know.
That would be the way, actually. Yeah,
I haven't played any of that. Yeah.
I could literally remove it, so you can no longer do that. Yeah.
Right.
But sounds like more Nothics are coming. Right? Is that what you said?
Yes, that is what I said. There you go.
Horde
Removed
and a
it.
half.
Yes, you've heard more coming. Frey can confirm that. And you continually hear, howling from a distance.
And have we achieved what we wanted in here yet, or not yet?
We're
Nope.
trying to go up these stairs, but we're like, I don't know, we're being swarmed by these Nothics, so we can't really like.
Yeah, each of these towers has had a thing you need to do, or something you need to investigate, or somebody to talk to, or a puzzle you need to solve, or something going on. But this one, you just have a battle to survive so far.
Okay.
It's hard for us to actually figure out what we need to do with this tower while we've got Nothics pouring in.
Well, maybe we should nominate somebody to try to investigate. All right, let's.
I nominate myself.
Bye.
Let's use my scroll of Wall of Water.
Oh.
Lay it on me.
I'm going to drop my concentration on Thimbleweed. His muscles will go flaccid.
Oh, so flaccid.
But I'm going to do it at the point of the door.
Conjure up a wall of water at a point you can see within the range. You can make the wall up to 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick. The wall space is difficult terrain. Any ranged weapon that enters the wall space is disadvantaged in the attack roll, and fire damage is halved. Spells that deal cold damage can freeze it solid. Okay.
No, as I'm reading this, I don't know that this actually does anything to prevent anyone from just walking through it.
Yeah, the main thing it does is A, difficult terrain, and B, it has disadvantage on ranged weapons and half damage on fire. You have neither seen them use fire nor ranged weapon attacks.
It might like slow them down at least.
It would slow them down
for...
It's only a foot thick, so I guess it would be... Right? Or 30 feet long.
Yeah, it's 1 foot thick.
Yeah. It would make them go double... Assuming, yeah, you put it right there at the entrance.
Through one of the things, yeah.
It doesn't go to any classes, so I don't have to roll anything, right?
How does that work?
Didn't seem to
Well,
have
or
any
is it
saves
saying
or
that no one
attacks.
has it on their list?
Is it normally a spell you can... Yeah, what's our rule for that? This is a scroll, right?
It is a scroll.
Scroll.
I like our new rules. The only thing I don't like about them is it requires us to look up what Wall of Water is on the Druid, Sorcerer, and Wizard spell list.
Okay, so if it's not, you can still attempt to use it. You must succeed on a skill check. Which ones did you say? Wizard.
Druid, Wizard, and Sorcerer.
So, Edmund, you can roll either an Arcana or Nature check with 10 plus the spell levels. Anybody know what Wall of Water level is?
So I gotta get a 13 or a 14.
What level is it?
It's a
3.
level 3. Yes.
Okay, so you'd have to make a DC 13 Arcana or Nature check to successfully cast it. If you fail, it's consumed, and you must roll in the Wild Magic Surge table.
It is a skill check.
Yes. He barely
Nice.
susses it out. You think you might stumble over a few words when you're doing
I
it,
know.
but
You see it waver a little bit,
Yeah.
and the wall doesn't look like it's quite gonna make it, but he manages to pull through.
it's like
He puts
brackish
the wrong
water.
emphasis on the wrong syllables.
That's right.
Not the cleanest. All right, so you're able to.
But that's my turn. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. I was trying to
Don't
get
take
to-
Thimbleweed.
Ooh. No, I'm not going till later. Okay. I can combo this though.
Something like that. Combo. All right. This Nothic will stand up and has some enemies in its way. It feels viciously mocked, however.
Well, it feels viciously mocked by a gentleman 20 feet up in the sky, mind you.
Right, but so it knows it would not attack very effectively.
Oh, okay.
It feels that, so maybe instead it would just try to gaze at somebody.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
And use its gaze.
It can also do that in the sky. So...
It can, but it's a target-rich environment, so it's going to use Token Fate to look around, because these guys are motivated more by madness than anything else. And it's going to target Celeste.
Celeste.
With its rotting gaze. It's a con saving throw.
Okay.
Take a terrible roll of necrotic damage. Oh, that was an even more terrible con saving throw.
Yeah, it was.
This takes 8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And this Nothic feels better about itself. Longer viciously mocked. And it stands up and turns... I guess it engages with Celeste. That's fine. Alright, from the distant howls... This one is incredibly interested in the water. And runs up to the wall of water and just starts, like, drinking at it. And attempting to interact with it. But feels momentarily distracted by the water.
Are
that is Thimbleweed.
ready
Oh,
to
shit.
see the coolest combo.
Is it done while having a baby strapped to your chest? Because that's very impressive.
I hope you're ready to see this cool combo as Thimbleweed pulls out his white dragon scale shield and blast.
Oh,
Ah, there you
shit.
go. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the exact same
clever.
thing. That's great. I love it.
You can freeze it. This is like
Yep.
some Divinity Original Sin shit too,
It
because you
is,
can
it
combo
really
the
is.
elemental effects.
I want to cover the battlefield in oil and set that oil on fire,
Exactly.
please.
He blasts a wave of freezing energy in a 30-foot cone towards that wall of water.
Okay.
Now,
Each
I assume you don't want to be between Valin and Valravn when you do this.
This
What?
is Thimbleweed doing it, technically.
Oh, it's
Thimbleweed's
Thimbleweed.
shields.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thimbleweed's
sorry,
shield.
I didn't change the name. It's Thimbleweed.
Yeah,
is
that's
okay.
why it's comboing, because it was Edmund's spell and then
Right.
Thimbleweed's magic item doing it.
Gotcha.
Alright, so what this does is it freezes spells that deal cold damage that pass through the wall, cause the area of the wall they pass through to freeze solid. Each 5-foot square frozen section is AC of 5 and 15 hit points. That's awesome.
That's great.
Essentially freezes the whole thing. Okay, that'll be a nightmare to keep track of. So
you
it's
have to give your line a hit point.
a hit point dial, yep. So that is a con save. There's only one, or no, sorry, two right here.
Oh, right, one right in front of the...
What is DC 13? Okay. All right, this is the top one. Fails, and the bottom one succeeds. I need some damage. Like the top one takes a full 16 cold damage, and their speed is reduced to 0 for 1 minute.
1 minute. So they are just encased in ice.
Yeah, their lower half.
Wow.
I'm gonna whip them, I guess.
Yeah. And then
And
that
then-
wall is now an ice wall.
Bottom one takes, yeah, and it becomes an ice wall. That's very cool. Very
Told you.
cool. Yeah, I'm impressed. You had a plan.
He had a plan, yeah. I'm gonna say, like, I was like, I don't know what this wall of water is gonna do exactly, but
Yeah.
you pulled it off.
Yep, and then that one on the other side is taking a heavy beating. All
I could say
right.
it's for crafting, but you want to know a secret? I
What's
didn't plan it.
You were just looking through the sheet going, oh shit, can you do cold
As,
damage?
as you were reading the description of Wall of Water, and I heard that
The cold
ice.
yeah.
I mean,
I will say it helps to have played Thimbleweed multiple times to know that his shield does do that.
oh yeah,
I don't
That's
think-
when it hit. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, don't take Thimbleweed's action. I'll be right back.
yeah,
I don't think we've ever seen him do it, though. That's pretty impressive.
yeah.
That's very nice.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got time to explore this tower.
I
Some of us have to stand back and fight a little bit, but at least this will give us some time.
want to give you inspiration. I'm not sure to give it to you or to Thimbleweed, technically. So instead, I'm going to give it to both of you.
Yes.
That's the best way I can do it.
It was a combo. Yeah.
It was a combo. Yeah, it was actually very impressive. A combo. All right.
Did you take points off of my character?
I take points off of you. I have not touched your character.
Okay.
Ray? Like
Yeah,
hit
like
points?
hit points.
I have not touched it.
All right.
All right. So each of these walls has 15 hit points and AC of 5. That's going to buy you at least one turn as this one comes up and is equally fascinated with the wall, but then starts scrabbling at it. And it attempts to attack the wall. Does hit. I'm going to rule that the wall doesn't take psychic damage, though.
That's fair. Yeah, I know.
And a second attack, 6 plus 10 is 16. So that one does manage to break through that section, but it's certainly...
Well, yeah, it wasted his turn, but also, as that ice wall breaks, this is one of the bigger nothics coming into Frey's field of view, right?
Yes. As soon as it breaks through, yes, you see a big nothic like come into view and step through into the doorway,
Sweet.
having just very triumphantly destroyed.
Also, you only broke a 5-foot square.
Yeah,
but the
technically
wall is
there are
10 feet
other
high.
bits,
it
but
keeps going along the
yeah, this
No,
is
it's 10 feet high also.
that's true.
Oh, it's true. You just broke a section.
I broke a section of
like-
it. Yeah, we'll have to remember that, but it's got a path that opened essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Frey's ready to action does go off if you would like to use it.
Trying to remember how many darts I get. 'Cause
Oh
it's
yeah.
the wand of magic missiles, so it's
Yes, I can never remember.
you get 3 originally, and
Yeah.
it's 3, and they do 1d4 plus 1 force damage, so 3d4 plus 3. And then higher levels does 1 more for each level above first. So you
But
get
you
3
don't
at
want to use them
first.
all because then it has a chance to
Yeah.
break.
4,
I'm pretty
5,
sure I
6,
remember it was
7,
8d8, 8d4 plus 8.
plus 8. Yeah.
If you want to use all but one of the charges.
Yeah, which is what I want to do. 8d4 plus 8. I have it open on here. I was trying to do the math real
I
quick.
literally, on my last character, I wrote that down, like, max usage 8d4 plus 8, as like it's always how you would use it, right? You never, like, do, like, little, you know, little
This
bits of
is the
magic
Simpsons
missile.
episode where he's got the cursed donut and he's like, "Don't ever finish this donut, or you lose your soul." And then he comes in at night and just eats it, and then the whole trial scene happens.
Yep. Nice.
You unleash a volley of 27 magic missiles, which slam into this very triumphant Nothic and actually kill it. So what happens is very cool. It just like breaks through this wall of ice. You know, it's very freaky, and then just just a volley of perforates this creature as it just falls over. And the doorway is just
Nice.
choked with bodies. And then, from the howls and screams, another Nothic rushes up. And we'll do a token fate between Thimbleweed and Valen, since they are still in front. And this one goes after Valen. Its claw attacks. Wow, Valen just stands strong with her armored exterior, just kring kring. Oh, I could get used to this. Valravan's still flying around.
Yeah. Question, is that moon still have a laser beam firing into it?
No, it was just
Oh,
for
it's
one round.
gone.
Yep.
Okay.
At this point, the only one that hasn't been activated is the sun.
Okay. I'm gonna have to use a higher level spell slot than one for this, but I feel like it would be funny. Let's see. 15. All right. Valravan's going to fly over to the sun, which he'll also warn Frey like this might explode in a minute, dear. You might want to take a couple steps back. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me look something up real quick.
You remember the story of Icarus?
He's literally flying close to the sun.
That's right. He is going to place his hands on the sun here.
What if I had this one just explode in his face, just for funsies?
Just for the element. your vision was wrong.
Alright, you place your hands on there and you feel this heat building up and coalescing.
What
Okay.
the hell about Robin? Did you have a plan?
He's going to come back another 15 feet. And he is going to cast, because he's only got a level 7 spell slot. Yeah, you used all his high level spells already. He's going to upcast this. He's going to cast Hand of the Author. And he is... The hand is going to materialize around number 4, and it's going to attempt to grab him as it materializes.
Okay. Got a large Big B's hand, or as you call it,
That's
the hand of
right.
the author.
That's right.
This is the grasping hand. It's a strength score grapple.
So mine's a plus 8. That's his strength.
That's pretty good. I can't beat that, although it tries its damnedest to wriggle free.
Yep. And the hand is going to grasp this Nothic and then just press it into the sun. just move it next to the sun, just like it's pressing something against glass.
Wow. All right, you push it up against the sun, and it's like wriggling like crazy. It looks like it actually does damage when it grabs, though, too.
Oh, right.
Target the advantage check while the hand is grappling. Oh no, sorry. You use a bonus action to have the hand crush it.
Yep.
Take a bonus action to cast. No, it's an action, so you could use the bonus action to do crush, or unless you want to do something.
I will also do that. Yeah, yeah, just for the hell of it. I will 2d6 plus. What is my spellcasting modifier?
Probably pretty good.
I guess 10. Yep. Or that's my spellcasting ability modifier, or
whatever your charisma modifier is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So 5. So it's a 2d6. All right, so it does 12 damage as it's pressing it into the sun.
Okay, yeah. You see you, like, nearly squeeze the life out of this creature by itself. Like, blood oozing out and your bones cracking and popping. It's just, like, flailing about desperately.
And that's my turn.
All right. On this next round, you hear more howls and screams and hear a much... more sinister, off-key howl than you've ever heard these nothics scream before. And we got more nothics.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. This one will rush into the room and attack Thimbleweed as being the closest. Target rich environment, everybody's standing around. But Thimbleweed's got pretty good AC. 22, I think, does beat him.
22 does hit.
I scratched him for 8 slashing.
Oh, there goes his 10 hit points.
Nothic Stalker, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's getting real crowded in here now. Will also target Thimbleweed, seeing him just take a vicious blow. This is one that did receive a, is wounded earlier.
Tie.
21 does hit, yeah, for a tie. So it deals 11 damage, plus it can add its sneak attack on there because it has its allies, so it adds another 6. So 17.
Okay.
Second attack is going to be deflected. All right, now.
Robin, I like your idea regarding the sun, but how do you know it won't explode us all in here?
I don't. Do the visions like show how big the radius of this explosion is? I don't even know.
It was hard to tell. It seemed pretty big though.
Okay. I don't. As a matter of fact, I guess that was
I would guess an exploding star like the sun would fill up a whole room.
Well, I certainly hope not. I'm flying over here.
Didn't think this one through, did you?
All right, the
Perhaps
one
not.
outside
Oh, no.
targets Celeste with its rotting gaze. Need another con save. Wow, that is super bad damage.
It's
I rolled
3 ones.
3 1s and a 2. Almost the worst possible damage you could roll. So she takes 5 necrotic damage from a 4d6. Good lord. All right, Celeste.
Let's see
Ooh,
here.
what is that? Not the preeminent. That
Ooh.
sounds scary. That's- never heard of that before.
Oh, the flavors of Nothic.
Well,
Brought to you by Expanded Towers of Magic.
Nice.
okay. Alright, so I guess she'll just hit number 7. 16 hits, right?
It does.
For 11. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
For 7 more.
Okay.
Bonus action, unarmed strike. 11 probably doesn't hit.
Does not.
And she gonna be stepping back.
Okay.
If that sun's been touched, she's gonna go up the stairs.
She had.
60 feet.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So she can actually. So is she literally gonna go like 20 feet up the stairs?
Yeah, if that sun's been touched, she's gonna book it up the stairs.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you hear a very brightening, whispering, almost like chanting, and this one even says to seem some kind of intelligence. It's just like magics. It's just the magics. You've heard all the nothics do this, I guess, to some extent, but this one appears a little bit more coherent and scarier.
Yeah.
We can make it to 10, 15, 30. Alright, you see it stand in the doorway, this large kind of albino with this almost circular bug eye instead of a normal eye.
None of them had normal eyes.
None of them have really normal eyes, that's true. And you see its just eye pulse for a moment as it attempts to reach out and psychically strangle your brains.
Ooh. Do you have some art for that we can look at? Or blow it up?
No, I don't. I just have to have the token thing. This is literally from the Expanded Towers of Magic, so it was,
Okay, yeah.
I believe, from
Okay,
stock
yeah.
art, but just different kind of Nothic versions, I guess.
Yeah. It's got like a hypnotoad eye. It's just like swirling in the middle. Yep.
Yeah. So it's going to do its Mind Flare ability, target each non-Nothic creature within 30 feet that it can see. It can barely see Edmund. I think Valravan's a little too far because he's in flight.
Wow.
And it will target Thimbleweed and Valen. But I need wisdom saves. Valen's a pretty good wisdom. Nope, no, not really.
Yep.
Taking 14 psychic damage on a failed save. Roll for a Thimbleweed too, if you could. Thimbleweed takes half damage. Only 7.
I didn't see that ability roll, by the way. I don't know if that was.
Oh, yep, it was whispered to me. My bad.
Also, have we gone this entire combat without music, or?
I can hear it.
Oh, weird. It's just me then.
That 14 is 48. I rolled pretty bad on it. That whispered to me. That's what it does, and it steps back a bit. Ray.
Again, that sun's been hit, right?
Sun has been touched by Valravan, I believe. So you can feel like the heat and energies building up right there. And right now there's a giant hand pressing a Nothic against it.
If she feels heat, she's gonna beat feet.
That's true.
You feel the heat, then beat feet.
Yeah. But first, I'm gonna throw my javelin of lightning at this one.
Oh, fuck. What a great use.
Yeah, it
They're
is.
all like pouring to the door.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see here. Where is that button at?
Perfect.
Alright. Yes, it's ever so convenient. And I can just see this one right here. So,
That's a corpse.
no, it doesn't have an X on it.
Number
This
2
one?
down there outside.
Number 2?
Not the number 2 that's dead, but the number 2 to the south of it.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. See that far.
I can see down to here, but I don't see a red X on it.
This one does. This one is a corpse.
Okay, maybe it's... Alright,
I have to get a little closer.
yeah.
Closer.
Alright, I'm not gonna get closer. So instead... I mean, we can still hit this one, and we'll still hit everybody else. That's fine. Alright, so we'll hit number 5 then.
Number 5 not gone in this long? Jeez. Well, it's like frozen in place.
That's
Oof.
a 29 to hit.
Almost a crit.
Yeah, it's close. Okay. You need to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw with number 3.
Okay.
So it's going to take half damage.
Damage fail same or half as much.
So it'll take 6 lightning.
Okay.
And then the guy in the back takes all of it.
Are you gonna hit target takes? Yep. So 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just now has a javelin that's crackling,
Lightning
sticking
rod.
out of his
And
chest.
his like feet are frozen in place, so that one's really having a bad time. Yeah, it's just.
How's it not dead? Like, come on now.
Right?
That was
It's like lot of
apparently a
punishment.
particularly beefy one. Yeah, I rolled hit points for all these guys, and I got the gamut.
All right, and in that case, for her move, she's going to run up the stairs 30 feet because, you know, it's a fucking fireball. I'm trying to remember what the radius on those fuckers are.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
If they had moved far enough away now.
And then, well, I'm trying to remember. Fireball. There it is. Da, 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 da. 20-foot radius, so 40-foot diameter. So, yeah, just gonna use my, thank you, Stan and visitor on the Discord chat. I appreciate this. I'll use my Misty Step to go an additional 30 feet up.
Oh.
Oh.
So now I am 60 feet away from this fucker.
Okay.
I am clear of the fireball.
What do you have Misty Step from?
That
The Codicil of Light.
Oh, I give you Okay, cool.
Yep. I am now a Misty Stepping Barbarian.
Nice.
When you get to that height, you can finally see the top ceiling of this place, and the stairs just kind of end at a ladder and a trapdoor in the ceiling.
Okay. But I'm 60 feet up, so I'm safe from the fireball that's about to go
You've
off.
got a great view of the action.
I do. I don't do fire. Mm-mm.
All right, another Nothic.
That's the problem. If she feels fire, she goes in the opposite direction. She's.
That's very true. Yeah, no, you're
I'm
It's
very,
instinctual
very.
now,
yeah, you're getting out of there.
I'll be right back.
These Nothics are having a problem getting in here, guys. You need to start killing Nothics. There's just too many Nothics.
That's the idea.
Too many Nothics. And Valena's like, why don't we have any evocation wizards?
Yeah, right.
I can't believe I wish Valish Gaunt was here right now. Target one of these two with a rotting gaze. Valen is in trouble. Nope, she actually makes the con save.
Wow.
And that's a nothing, I believe, if you make the save, yeah. So this one is encased and can't move. I don't think that affects its thing, right? That's the. I think it was just the speed got reduced to 0.
Movement to 0? Yeah, you can't move, yeah.
Alright, so we'll attempt to attack Thimbleweed. Its claws, a miss and a miss. Valen, I think she still has her vampiric touch up. She probably was supposed to. Is that a concentration? It is. Let's just say she made the save on that because I don't feel like redoing that. Still have to, until the spell ends, you can make the attack again on each of your turns as an action. All right, so she'll just try to attack the purple-eyed one in the middle, and does. How does this work? Show the spell description. On a target, the target takes 3d6 necrotic damage, and you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt. Deals 8 damage and regains 4 damage. Like, as much as I love fighting non-undead creatures, I could use some help up here. Edmund.
Oh, Robin, I still don't know what you've done, but I am getting out of here.
I think we're safe over here. I'm not sure.
I'll let you test that theory, and you let me know if you aren't
will.
burnt to a crisp.
Will do.
But he's going to run 30 feet, which takes him to the bottom of the staircase.
Okay.
And his action will be to dash even further.
Man, everybody's just... This is the part of the horde event where everybody's like, we gotta fucking pull back.
Yeah.
Especially once you see a barbarian just turn tail and absolutely sprint. That's like, the rest of the party's like, well, we're fucking out of here.
Yep.
Anyway, is there a new map or anything? Or
I don't have a new map for the stairs, no. You'll have to be... Frey is at the top of the stair, like 60 feet up. And I mentioned there's the stairs wind upward, and then eventually reach to a ladder with a trapdoor at the top.
can I fly?
Yes, with your boots.
Yeah. So can I like skip and get to the trapdoor, or how high is it?
60 feet from the bottom.
Oh, okay. So right now I'm like 30 feet in the air then?
Sure.
Okay.
This Nothic is stuck in your grasp, I guess?
Yes.
It will try to desperately look around and just stare at you, Valravn, with its rotting gaze. I think that's the best thing it can do.
Alright.
Yeah, con save.
Con save. Okay. Nope. That's 11.
11 necrotic.
Which I guess does trigger concentration.
Oh, yeah.
This is a concentration spell. It's a con save again, right?
Yes, DC 10.
Alright, all good.
Nothic comes in and attacks Thimbleweed. This is injured one. Got some good defenses, but it's his turn and he is completely surrounded. Well, not completely, it's very surrounded.
He looks around and sees the barbarian running, the monk running, the artificer running. The sun is growing.
Mm-hmm.
Putting Thimbleweed in quite a difficult position.
It's
What
like,
would Thimbleweed do?
are we getting out of here then? What's happening?
Thimbleweed shrugs and then just runs, taking attack opportunities.
Really? No
4
disengages?
guys?
That's a lot of attacks opportunity.
But he needs to run as far as possible. 35 feet gets him to the bottom of the stairs, but he needs to go higher.
It's a bold choice.
There's a lot of attacks, but yeah.
It's a lot of attacks. It's a lot of attacks. What is that? 3 attacks?
I mean,
4 attacks, yeah.
I don't think the sun's gonna hit Thimble. I mean, I'm not. I don't know, but I didn't think the sun was gonna fill the whole room with fire. We'll find out, I guess.
Anyway, I'm going to rely on his 21 AC.
Okay. Bold choice. We get 3 attacks from the Nothics and then 1 from the Stalker. Miss. Miss. Miss, you lucky
Wow.
asshole.
Yep.
And a miss. Look at that. Didn't even need 21 AC. I
Jeez.
rolled a 3, a
just
6,
rolled.
a 3, and a 5.
Wow.
He just twirls away. And
Nobody
makes it to the
expected.
bottom.
We
Yep.
just beat.
Uses his action to go another 35 feet up the stairs.
Lynn's like, oh shit.
Ah, I guess we are leaving. I didn't think we were retreating, but I suppose we are.
Edmund yelled back, "You're testing your theory, right?"
I suppose so.
And we see if
So-
Bolin goes down because everybody else is retreating. Although she does have the armor resistant skin.
That's true, yeah.
Massive damage is a con. Save for half the damage is 12, so she makes the save. Miss. Another Nothic running in here. This one can't even... This one runs in and looks at Frey and targets Frey with the Rotting Gaze.
I am
Or
60
never
feet
mind.
in the air.
Yeah, I forget that. Targets Balravin.
Okay. Con save.
I'll have it step up. Yeah. I am rolling very bad on damage, though. But you guys are failing saves like left and
But
right.
we're failing saves.
Yep.
So it is, yeah.
Product and a con save, and then your turn for concentration.
Yeah. Concentration.
Boy.
This is 10 or half damage, right? Oh, God. I don't have anything to do with this, too. Shit.
Yep.
Well, that sucks.
The hand.
Yeah. Yeah, the hand goes away. Which that sun's still not exploded. It's taken a while.
Oh, sorry. It happens at the start of your turn, doesn't it? Yeah, we just... Well, so it happened right now. After the hand goes down. Because that was...
Okay.
Yeah, now at the start of your turn, because you were the one to push it, now the sun goes off.
Okay.
So now what you see is a fireball, as was anticipated, blows up in a pretty sizable radius, but not the whole room.
See, I was right. I knew what I was doing.
Yep. And I even had this Nothic run in there and get triggered by it.
Right.
So that is deck saves. This one's gonna die anyway. It had nothing left. It's gonna roll for this one. Actually makes the save, but I will let you roll for the fireball spell. Balravin, which is 8d6 fire damage. It's gonna take half of it.
8d6. Half of... That's a bad roll. Half of 23.
11. Gets a little crispy.
Yep.
Alright, now it is your turn. Now you had all of the different things have gone off.
That's right.
Want to leave your ally here to die.
Well, she just needs to run, right? Like, when does she...
She does, but it's a fucking while till her turn.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold person, hold mon. Okay.
She literally, the last thing she said was like, come help me, and everybody just started turning around and leaving. Didn't quite get the update on that.
Let's see. 30-foot cone. Okay, a 30-foot cone is really solid. I feel like I could probably hit like all these suckers with a 30-foot cone. Right? Like even from where I'm at. We have to put a 30-foot cone on the map, but
I don't want to do that. I'd probably just play it by ear. And,
okay.
and I'll give you the advantage of...
From where I'm at, it looks like I could hit like most of these folks, or take a step back and I'd probably hit most of these folks.
Well, Valen's still in the room right here. I don't, or do you want to hit her?
That's true. Can I actually choose on this? No, it would hit her too. I might want to hit her with this anyway.
30 foot is pretty... That's up to you. Yeah, you can either do that or you can angle it in such a way, but you'd probably have to be closer to her, and then you'd have to probably miss
some of them.
Yeah, maybe one not that gets next to her or something.
Well, this will help her get away at least. When does she...
It's for your own good, dear.
That's right. She goes after a bunch of them. Okay. She's also got some stone skin on. She'll be fine. All right, but Robin's going to pull out a gem of brightness. And he is going to aim it at the entire room.
It's a 30-foot cut. That is huge.
It is. So I don't know if there's any... Can he even hit... Oh, that's 35 feet away. No, he can't quite hit the white one outside the room, but...
Okay.
Everybody in the room is getting hit by a cone of brightness. Yeah, so they all have to make DC 15 con saving throws. And before Valravn does this, actually, he will write some words. He will write that the leader of the Nothic pack, or the lieutenant, as the leader was outside, with the purple eye, with the purple eye, saw the blinding light coming for him, and instead of instinctually closing his giant bulbous eye, opened it instead full force at the blast. He's gonna give the number 3, whatever it's called, a whatever it's called. My unsettling words.
Unsettling words. This is a DC 15 con save. 0 damage, but for the blinded condition.
The blinded condition. That's right. Which unfortunately she has to be included in as well.
Yes.
All
right.
His bardic inspiration didn't matter.
Top one makes it. Boleyn fails and becomes blinded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Purple Eye fails and becomes blinded by the light.
Mm-hmm.
That Nothic becomes blinded, number 1. 6 makes a save, 5 and 7 become blinded. So most of them are blinded.
Yeah. Okay.
Bright flash comes out. Damn you, Valravn!
Ultimately, it'll be for your own benefit, I promise.
Yes, I love fleeing when I can't see. That makes it so much easier.
Just come to my voice, or come to the rest of our party's
You're
voices.
floating in midair. Alright, so blinded, they have disadvantage. They can repeat the save at the end of their turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which they can't use their running gaze either, because they have to, I think, see it, yep. And Bloom is currently there, so it will just run up to here and just try to make the save. Can't really do much. I guess you could try to dash its way up the stairs, but it can't really see. It's just blind. It's just kind of milling about this room, kind of crazily. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's still blinded. This one is blinded, but it's still next to Belen, so it does attack with disadvantage.
Well, will it? Because
because Valen's
does it
blinded.
get advantage from her being blind.
The blind attacking the blind. Yeah, I guess it'd be normal. You're right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Damn.
Does hit pretty nastily. That one for 4 plus 5 is damage. Valen's tanking okay because she's got that buff.
When does she go? She goes 12. I feel like she had an opportunity to run and she didn't run.
No, she used her vampiric touch thing and was like, all right, everybody come up here. And then everybody turned around and left.
Right, okay.
Timing wasn't great.
Anybody else on the map?
All right. This stalker runs in. This one is not.
Am I crazy? Like,
what?
I'm still on the circle map at the bottom, but
I don't have
Edmund
it. The next map I have is going through the trapdoor, unfortunately. I don't have like a stairwell map. I did not expect everybody to be rushing up the stairs, if we're being honest.
No, but like Edmund and Thimbleweed's tokens are gone.
I see
on my map.
Thimbleweeds.
I think they're just all right here.
We're on top of each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you just can't see them, yeah.
Okay.
Celeste
You're
is
just
here too.
all lined up. Oh, you just put them on top of each other. Okay.
Okay. All right. I knew I wasn't crazy.
But it's just top line is the stairwell.
Yeah. This one runs in and will. This one is not blinded, so it will attempt to target Valravn with the running gaze.
Great.
More con saves.
Yay! Did a lot of con saving tonight. Make that one.
Make that one. All right. Celeste. I forgot how far Celeste was. I think she was just barely up above the fireball. She probably felt that heat like. That's you, Heather.
Okay. Sorry. Alright. I mean, she's not up the stairs. Technically, she was only up a little bit.
Well, I ruled she was far enough away not to get hit by a fireball. So she was at least like 20 feet up.
Yeah. So, I said a little bit. Not full her full 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we have to come back and deal with all these nothics.
I mean, she's got range attacks, so...
Not
The only one right
really.
now is, you see Valen, a lot of the Nothics are blinded, and then Valen is unfortunately also blinded. Robin's kind of flying around.
He's there also.
He's there also.
Um. Okay. Yeah, why not? They're all still wonderfully grouped together.
And a lot of them are
Evelyn.
blinded, so it's a
Yeah.
good opportunity to, if we want to fuck with them.
Alright, yeah, we'll do a searing sunburst again.
Yeah.
So that is a 20-foot radius sphere, so 40-foot diameter.
Sorry, Valen.
That's Evelyn's also there. She did really
Just gonna get a pounding. We're helping, we promise. Wow,
Yeah.
that covers like the whole fucking room. All right.
Yep.
Such a big radius.
So, and we'll use, why not? Let's go ahead and use the last of our key points.
Boy.
Yeah, we'll pump that up. Each key point you spend to a maximum of 3 increases the damage by 2d6. So, we'll use all 3, so that's 66 plus 2 more d6 makes 8d6. And we'll hit all the Nothics in the room again.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was bad.
I did check blinded affects attack rolls, but doesn't do anything with saves, apparently.
Really? Even deck saves? I thought there was something about deck saves that you can see.
Not
This
that I can
was
see.
a con save.
Oh.
It doesn't affect any saves from what I can tell. So I have to, all those fucking conditions are very specific.
Wait, it says it can't see and automatically fails any ability checks that require sight.
Yeah. But not saving throws.
Oh. That's dumb. I guess that is a distinction, but that's, yeah, I assume that just would include those, but yeah, I guess you're right. That doesn't.
Yes,
technically
any
include
ability
those.
check which requires sight, which basically like perception or investigation or stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
group initiative.
They need to roll.
Oh, sure, not group save. This is a con.
Yeah.
DC 15 with 23 damage. No damage on a save. Oh, Valen makes the save. Dynamite.
Nice.
Actually, most of them make the save, shockingly.
Wow.
Yep.
Jeez,
Two-
1,
three
2,
don't. 3 don't.
3 don't, yep. That does kill the one that had its feet encased in ice.
Finally.
Just yowls in pain, yeah. Several of them are very heavily wounded, though. Most of them are actually pretty heavily wounded. But yeah, Valen was like, what was that? What's going on? I felt something.
Don't worry about it, dear. It's...
Oh, Valen. The Preeminent can just see Valen from outside. Even though she can't see it. Oh, does that matter? Let's see. It's one creature it can see, so I guess the other creature doesn't care. So Valen has to make a... Look at how every time I make such bad rolls with this ability. Crazy. Takes 11 necrotic damage. He's like, oh, the stone skin doesn't help against whatever that was. You see Valen hurting pretty bad. Frey is all the way at the top with a trap door.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down at more carnage.
Yes, she is. Oh, this will be fun.
Only you kept
Okay.
grenades or...
No, but I do still have a laser pistol.
Okay. There are many
Still a
blinded
laser
nothics down there.
Yeah, so
You
that's
have
advantage.
You have advantage on all the ones with little symbols.
All right, yeah, let's shoot number 7 with my laser pistol. Why not?
Nobody expected the barbarian to be on the top of the stairs shooting the gun down in the gallery, but here we are.
Right.
I mean, you set off fire, and she doesn't like fire, so
Hmm.
what do you think was going to happen?
You
Knowing our DM, if I had stayed on the lower level, even outside of the range of the fireball, he would have been like, "You take 47 fire damage just from being in its presence."
I like how she felt
Yeah.
8. She's like, nope, I'm out of here.
Nope, we out. All right, so number 7, 18
Yes.
for 5 damage. Slowly but surely.
So you have advantage with the fact that he's blinded.
Oh, okay, I'll shoot at it again, see if I get crit. Nope, not a crit, so 18.
Yep.
And
Some
then for
damage.
my second attack, I'll shoot my laser pistol with the other hand. At the same guy. For 15.
Does hit.
10 more points of damage.
All right, you put that one right in its blinded eye. Just bores a nice hole through its body. And says, "What the hell is that? Is something shooting lasers down at us now? What did you activate? I can't see."
She hears a really feeling, just don't move!
I feel like moving is what I have to do now. I still hear lots of nothics down here.
There's one less!
I am the wizard of this party.
Well, why the fuck did you run up to all of the nothics at the front door then, lady?
I didn't. They came in here. I was up here. Don't all have bonus disengages?
Yes, we do. You could have bonus. Oh, well, yes, bonus, right?
Yeah. And a Nothic will come up and take advantage of a blinded villain who may not survive. Because he's got advantage. Oh, shit.
Oh, no. She may not survive.
I rolled really bad damage, though.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
However,
was
it
one-
does... Yeah, 7, 8, 9, and 6 is 15. Oh, she still has the resistance, though. So that's half. The 13 would be half, so that's 6. No, sorry. 8 would be half. That's 4. Plus 7 is 11. But he can roll the sneak attack into it, which would deal another 3d6. So that's 26.
He's also in the sneak attack, but okay.
Right. No, it normally does 3d6. And if she's resistant to that, we say it's a 13. So only because of her stone skin is she even still alive. And that was one attack. Oh, and that's massive damage, obviously. Okay,
Is he
Heather,
on top of another Nothic?
give me... Yeah, he is.
How is he on top of another Nothic?
It
Or is
was-
that Nothic dead?
He's a dead Nothic.
Okay.
Stepped over its body. Give me a massive damage roll on the table for Valin.
Okay.
And take reaction. This is frightened of the attacker. Well...
Okay.
I don't know if
Can't
that-
see
she
him.
can't
so
see anyway.
that's-
That
I
makes
mean,
sense, though.
that's-
She's-
That eliminates the effects, really.
I think just about does. Yeah, because it's only while it's in line of sight, isn't it? That's funny.
Yeah.
Second attack. If this hits, 25 for 4 plus 2 is 6. She is still alive, and I'm not fudging dice. I swear to God, I'm not fudging dice. Her stone skin literally makes her resistant to normal attacks, not the
Yes,
psychic ones.
That's probably the only reason she didn't run up the stairs when this fight started, so it's good that it's keeping her alive.
You just see blood. She's not quipping or yelling anymore. She's just like literally like coughing up blood and just like woozing on her feet. Nothic's just howling in her face. Thankfully, that's the dead one. And then it is her turn. So she will obviously use her action. God, does she have a fucking spell that would save her ass? Only wizard without fucking Misty Step or teleport or anything. So she has to use her action to disengage, which means she's only going to make it like 30 feet. And she's blinded, so she's just trying, if you want to help her, you can...
I mean, Yeah, voice wise, and also she. I mean, I'm sure she remembers what the room looks like. But
Kind of, but I mean, it's still
stairs
scary.
were-
I mean, if you're blinded in a room you've only just been in.
yeah,
So she's basically just stumbling her way towards the back of the room, but she barely makes any
Right.
distance. Now she can just try to make the save against the blind. I think she fails.
she fails. Yeah, it's a 15.
Still blinded, so you'll see Valin basically almost dead down there. Edmund.
Lynn, are you having some trouble down below?
She does not respond. She's busy vomiting blood and literally, like, just dragging her feet.
Oh. She doesn't look so good. I can see that with my eye.
With my non-blind eyes.
Okay. All right.
Also, I'm learning that a wizard probably could tank pretty well with a stone skin spell. Basically, it does turn you into a
Right.
barbarian.
All right. So we haven't opened the trap door yet,
No, you have not.
and it's another 30 feet high from me.
From you, who are currently flying, yes. Frey is up there. Celeste, I think, is pretty far up there. I forget how far Thimbleweed made it. If you wanted to, you could fly your way up there, or like I said, you're about 30 feet above the action here.
Right. Do I say Valin or proceed forward?
That's always the...
I mean, no one's made it past. I'm not sure what you guys are doing up there. No one's made it past that trap door, right? Like, you guys are just hanging out up there?
Yeah.
Well, it's 60 feet high. It just takes a lot of time to get up there.
Okay.
You haven't, I will say, you haven't heard any more nothics screaming in. That ever since that big boss made its presence, you haven't heard any beyond that one. But,
Okay.
yeah, there's still a bunch down here.
So a lot of creatures down there that could kill Valin, huh?
Edmund takes philosophize morals as an action.
Alright. I really wanted to save this spell for another time, but what better time than to save our NPC, right? Right?
Right, sure.
If Valin could speak, she would certainly agree to this. She's always been a big fan of yours, Edmund, especially. Being the arcane
Let's pull out
focus.
another spell scroll.
Oh, how
and
exciting.
cast. Huh?
How exciting.
Vortex Warp.
Oh,
Whoa.
boy.
I haven't heard of this one. What?
I basically teleport her
What?
from one location to another.
Well, that's handy. A creature you can see within a range of 90 feet. You magically twist space around another creature you see within range. The target must succeed on a con saving throw. The target can choose to fail. The target is teleported to occupied space of your choice that you can see within range. Wow.
So I could just teleport to the staircase where I'm at.
Do you call something out to her so she doesn't think she's being attacked and makes a saving throw?
Valin, brace yourself. You're going to feel a twisting coming from your navel, but I will teleport you to safety.
Did you teleport her
Or
up
if
the...
it's your spell, so I don't have to roll for it.
Yeah. And it is on your class list, so yeah, you can use it.
Yep.
All right, you teleport her. I think you already have inspiration. I'd give it to you for saving
I
the
do,
NPC.
otherwys I would have gotten more.
Yeah.
So I was
for-
hesitating as well. I was like, oh, I didn't use my inspiration yet.
yeah, when you deposit her up the stairs, she just kind of literally like just falls to the ground and is just like tumbling. In fact, you probably have to teleport her near one of the other party members who are up there who can like basically catch her.
Yep. All right, Valin, you're safe now. Safer, I guess.
Yeah.
Not safe.
Nothic, blinded not. So at this point, you see a lot of the Nothics are blinded, and they seem to be kind of confused. The others, the only one they can see is Valravn within range. So I'm basically going to ask what you're going to do. Let's see how many actually go before you, though. Yeah, that one's still blinded. I guess Thimbleweed also has an action. You want to use Thimbleweed, or you just want to keep going up the stairs?
I mean, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what movie be the guy who takes the lead, but seeing as no one else has attempted the trap door. I mean, it makes sense for him to try to push through. So yeah, have him go another 35 feet up.
Okay.
Try to open the trap door.
Okay. You do see that it opens. And we'll table that as you get close to the entrance, basically, or you open the door. But you see there's a space to move in there.
But he does have extra movement to keep going.
Oh, my bad. Okay. I will. I mean, I'm trying to.
35.
Let's work the timing out. All right, so you do make it in there. I'm trying to see if we can end this comment encounter before we make it to the next room. We've got 2 more nothics before Valravn gets to go, so I'm gonna have them both do their rotting gaze on you, Valravn.
Okay.
So give me 2 more con saves.
Okay. So hit the second one, right?
Yes. And then it's your turn, and the DM is strongly suggesting you GTFO. It looks like, at least for the moment, they would be pretty distracted by the things that are happening down here, which are these giant celestial bodies, and those stairs look pretty big. You also feel like with a trap door, you might be able to barricade it better, or whatever else you can do, if you can get the hell out of here.
How bad are they looking, though? Like, damage-wise?
Yeah, unfortunately, one purple-eyed one has not been damaged, and you guys have hardly been seeing the big, scary boss one.
That's true.
However, the other 4 are damaged, and 2 of them are heavily damaged. The 2 that are still blinded are both heavily damaged.
Okay. He's gonna do something before he leaves then.
All right.
He's gonna fly in above everybody.
Who would have guessed the bard is the last one to leave?
I know,
this
the last
encounter?
one to leave. It's because he's been flying around in the sky this whole time. Not in harm's way. And then he's going to pull out, which actually I haven't looked at whether or not this is on my spell list. He's going to pull out the Scroll of Thunderstep. I have to...
Boy, look at all these scrolls getting used. I must have just given you guys a bunch of scrolls recently.
Maybe. So it means I get to teleport away. An unoccupied space you can see within range. I don't know what the range is. What is the range? The range is 90 feet. So I can go as far up those stairs as I can go. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, can I? Are these stairs that I can see up? Like,
Yeah, good enough, I would say.
okay. Yeah. And then as I leave, though, every creature within 10 feet of the space I left must make a Constitution saving throw or take 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save.
Okay, jeez.
Or half as much on a successful one.
Actually, a really great use of that spell.
Yeah,
escape and
fight
AoE damage.
Fight, fuck off!
I like it. I like it.
Leave. Yep.
Everybody breaking out their big AoEs.
Now, what I don't know is whether this spell's on my... It's not technically on my spell list.
Oh, so we get a skill check first.
Yes. So it's on the Sorcerer, Warlock, Wizard. Which means... So what do I have to do again?
It's a 3rd level. You need to wake Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. You need to make an Arcana check of a DC 13.
Arcana.
3rd level spell.
Okay. I'm not too hot at Arcana, but let's do it anyway. No.
Does he have inspiration?
No, I do not.
How exciting. Okay, so unfortunately...
The scroll still goes off, right? Just the wild magic table goes off? Or does it... The spell does not go off?
I believe the spell does not go off. Says you fail, the scroll is consumed, and you must then roll on the wild magic surge table.
Oh boy. Okay.
Potted plant. Potted
Oh,
plant.
jeez. This could be insane. I don't...
This is really good.
I'd have to look that up on the thing. I don't think I have that on my macros.
Oh, the wild magic table?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't... I don't have it either.
So I believe, I mean, it's on the compendium, I'm sure.
Rewind a couple minutes ago, and Varroa was like, "Let me just do one more cool thing before."
Right?
Where is,
Alright.
where is that table? Crap. Pick.
Wild Magic Surge? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not. If you click on it, it doesn't give you the table.
No, this isn't it.
Subclass. There it is. Okay, I found it. All right, it's a D100, my friend.
Okay. What is a 47? Get me.
A 47.
Oh, you got a unicorn.
What?
What?
A unicorn controlled by the DM appears in a space within 5 feet of you, and then disappears 1 minute later.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I guess it's a fine distraction because I'm still in the air, so a unicorn just pops out of my ass and falls to the ground here, and I fly away.
A unicorn appears, and it's Lord Marbury's cousin.
It's Lord Marbury's cousin, Jeff.
Carlos, yeah.
It's the one who never got into politics, who never became a lord.
Yeah.
Really, just the black sheep of the family.
Yep, yep.
And he's immediately torn apart by nothics.
He's the third Viscount of the
As far
Feywild.
Robin flies away,
clearly-
says, "Oh, it's so good to see you again, Carlos. Good luck to you, sir."
Clearly was in the middle of the bathroom when you got teleported away, and it's just, yeah. Now a unicorn just appears in the middle of the space, and because it's a magic unicorn, all the nothics just immediately turn on it and just immediately.
Well, I will
feast.
use that as a distraction to fly away.
What a wonderfully fitting end
Oh,
to that combat
Lord,
encounter.
Lord Sparkleberry.
It's Lord
That's
Marbury's
right.
cousin Carlos.
It's
So the creatures appear to be momentarily.
Oh
the
man,
the unicorn
you'd
should,
gotten a
should get to at least
49.
gore like one of them before he dies. Unicorns are not low level creatures,
Sure.
even though we're not there for the fight.
You're not there for the fight, but you hear the sounds of one unicorn fighting several nothics. What is
dude,
a
if you had
unicorn?
rolled
It's a
a
unicorn.
49, you would not be able to speak for the next minute, and every time you try, you'd have pink bubbles float out of your mouth.
Actually, yeah, the
That would've-
unicorn.
That would have been great.
It only has an AC of
CR5.
12. Yeah, CR5
Yeah.
has got 67 hit points. It would be fascinating to watch that play out, but we're not going to. But
Yeah, just as far
how
as it
how
flies
long
away,
could a unicorn?
a
Yeah,
unicorn is like goring nothics. And
And since none of us have seen it, we still don't believe unicorns exist.
I saw it. Yeah, Lord Marbury's cousin Carlos. Into the trap door, but yeah, Valenna's still nearly catatonic. By the way, she is like just absolutely in terrible shape.
Oh, you were almost a potted plant too. Damn it.
Almost.
was that the other
40
side of it?
41 and 42 would
41?
have been potted plants.
Okay, yep,
That would have really
Which-
fucked you up.
that would have been yeah.
Would have been great.
I just probably would have liked to have stayed a potted plant for the next like couple hours. just leave.
Carry me around, water me once in a
Yeah.
while. I'll be fine.
Yep.
All right, MVPC table is still going on. I'm gonna get you guys to this next room. This circular room is covered by strewn papers, debris, and frenzied notes. Across the room stands a magnificent telescope which gazes out towards the glacier wall from a hole in the damaged tower. Peering intently into the eyepiece of the telescope stands a large frog-like creature wearing an eye-patterned robe. To its left, a small table holds a sphere filled with what appears to be blood and pus. Several intact eyeballs are visibly suspended in the cloudy goop.
That's cool.
The creature blinks up at you all in surprise as you all have reached this room in the trapdoor, and
Green
growls,
salad?
speaking clearly the language that you have all heard, that is the native language of the Netherese in here, which, again, Elvish can understand, is, Leave me be! will not tolerate any distractions. Wait, who are you? Where did you come from? Did Arialarthus send you?
It's Arialarthus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we haven't heard that name before, have we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Yannick is a unicorn can teleport once per day. So
I did see that.
Away and
Yeah,
runs away to
it transports away to safety at one point. Yeah. You come out and you just see Carlos wearing like the knot, like it just kills all of them and just blood. It's got like the Braveheart like paint on it. It's just got tattoos. Yeah. It's
He's now sporting a really cool scar over one
Carlos
eye.
is like,
That's
the
right.
fuck, Fall Robin.
It was an accident, I assure you.
I was in the middle of watching the game, and you gotta fucking call me here at this time with these monsters.
Wait, who can speak Elvish?
I can. I think somebody else can too.
Technically, Celeste can, because of her tongue of the sun and moon. She can touch the key of other minds, so she understands all spoken languages, and any creature that can understand a language can understand what she says.
Wow.
She's a universal translator.
Right. We are not here to disturb you, sir. Your viewings and whatever these experiments or whatever you are doing here.
I want the jar.
That is a disgusting job. We are simply travelers. Have you noticed the goings on in the city over the next, say, few hundred years?
Yes, there's certainly been some problems around here lately. I believe the city had some kind of attack or something, and it's been in secure lockdown for some time.
It has indeed for some time. But I'm afraid I can't remember the name of the device. The device that's slowly exploding.
Mythalar.
Mythalar. I'm afraid the Mythalar at the heart of the city is become quite unstable as a result. We are attempting to rectify the situation.
Luck with that. Don't look much like high-ranking wizards for that. I've never heard of you.
Certainly not. We are mere marshals hired to he didn't seem to be aware. How long have you been up here in this tower? Precisely.
You look around the tower and you see it's a mess. There's like papers and books strewn about everywhere, and you notice there are scratch marks on the wall, and they just cover the wall, just like number marks
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the creature looks around and she says, "It's been a long," and you just kind of almost see like absentmindedly rakes her claws, like kind of across the marks that she's made. Time is hard to decipher in here. Been trying to find an exit. Got trapped in this icy tomb.
Oh
Time
dear.
ago.
Yeah. Yes.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't happen to have found a way out, have you?
Well, we made our way in, so certainly.
Turns her attention fully to you when you say that. She says, "You from outside?"
Outside the tower or outside the city?
Well, outside the tower is dangerous, but outside the city, I thought it was a block of ice. You've made it in from this icy world of ours?
We have indeed.
Ah, amazing. Seems elated about this.
We could happily give you directions to the way that we came, that allowing you an egress. Perhaps in return you might offer us the secrets of this particular tower, the entrance code that is hidden within for the gateway to the central tower?
She kind of strokes the massive maw and chin. Oh, yes, the security system, yes. I remember there was some kind of system we were entrusted to, each of the high wizards, in order to gain access to the spire. Larthus is a bit of a paranoid one, but he keeps us safe, certainly. Well, as some good news and bad news. The good news is, yes, I have my piece of the code. The bad news is, I put it in. It's in my spell book. Unfortunately, I have not seen my spell book for some time. I believe it was jettisoned, out of the city, along with, or out of the tower, along with many of my belongings and several of my most favorite apprentices. That is unfortunate. But you look determined. If you've got the fortitude, you could use my precious arcane telescope to search for it.
Happily. You have any idea how exactly do you jettison apprentices? Or documents, for that matter.
Well, it's hard to remember. It was so long ago, but there was some big crash that put us here, and, I believe we fell. And, being, of course, a high-class wizard, I can presume that the sudden loss of, gravity and a crashing force. She goes into this whole like scientific explanation, which Edmund probably finds riveting, and basically explains as if you were a child, like inertia and the concept of a slamming and crashing of how people would then fly out of different areas if they're not restrained.
Yeah. Well, certainly. If we are able to locate your spell book, we will, yes, we will provide you with a way, our directions out of the city.
Yes, I will certainly be doubling my search, or if you can point me in the right direction. It has been so long since I've seen the sky.
So is this telescope the one that she was looking through?
Yes. She steps back and kind of gestures for you.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I don't know exactly what we're looking for. Just
yeah,
like detritus,
she
like a spellbook.
Yeah, she explains and says, it's a very powerful magical tool. It can help detect the presence of magic in areas. And also, it's just a cool way to see farther. Which is...
Yes. Telescopes are magical, yes.
Yes! Very much so. I have been unable to find a opening in the glacier, however.
That must be frustrating. No stargazing for you for quite some time, yes?
She looks crestfallen. Yes.
Let's just see if we can find your missing spell book, yes?
Fine, yes. Step right up. Valrobin, since you've been talking, if you want to step up there. It does look like a very complicated device. And it looks like it would require one of the site-based checks to be able to fully gaze into it and activate all of its magical features as you search around.
Okay. So which ones are those?
Either investigation or perception.
Oh. Robin can do a perception check, like, pretty good. So, like, nobody's business, but probably better people in the party for it, but they'll try. 19.
You search around and you find you kind of do like a sweep of parts of the city to the best of your ability. I will give you a few more locations on your map. You see a nearby the tower that you're in, a deep well about 50 feet across, surrounded by crystal benches. Both the benches and the well are glowing with magic. Nearby, and then a little further beyond that, you definitely can see clearly a another magical tower that is, and you can see from clearly from with the telescope's power, it is the symbol of the Tower of Necromancy, and the whole tower is just glowing with magic.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you do not actually find the spellbook with that check, and as you spend a minute searching the city, you feel a sharp pull at your eyes, and I need a con saving throw from you, please.
So many con saving throws tonight.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. You just feel kind of an eye strain, but otherwise it is fine. And she shrugs and says, keep trying. I'm sure you'll find it. Like to give me another check.
Perhaps someone else would like to take a shot at the magical telescope. Who's quite good at perception or investigation?
I surprisingly am proficient in perception.
Let's see. What did you find, Valravn?
I saw there's some locations for us to visit. A magical well outside, and another one of the towers we must visit. But the spell book that we are searching for, I did not quite locate.
All right. Well, let me put on some special glasses and look through the telescope.
There you go. Advantage. Yeah.
And Valravn, as he's stepping up to Valravn, will also write some words about Edmund stepping up to the telescope and how impressively detectively he looks as he does so.
Impressively detectively.
And he will give Edmund an inspiration.
Wait a minute. Well, what did you say to roll?
Either investigation or perception.
Oh, okay. All right. Investigation.
You step up this very mechanically. Ooh.
You probably didn't need it.
Without even needing advantage or bardic inspiration. Rolls a 26. Yeah. We could talk about this in Frostmaiden chat, but the initial check was a 25 to succeed on this.
Wow.
Yep. So Edmund, you step up and see the same things that Valravn saw. You also see a half-destroyed tower near the other tower that lights up as magical, and it's missing its entire top half, but the telescope reveals illusory magic enveloping the tower, making it look pristine and perfect. And clearly you can see that there is no top half there, but the magic makes it look like it is an illusory, full, nice tower. And the top of that tower has the symbol of illusion magic. You also see what appears to be a miraculously intact store with half a dozen Magian standing guard just inside, and the inside you can see kind of clothes that appear to be glowing softly with magic. And then hidden in the rubble just outside the store, you see what looks like a spell book that is glowing a bit, and that updates your quest marker.
Okay, that's...
If I take my eye away and don't look through the telescope, then all the stuff you described is like not visible.
If you take your eye away and don't look at the telescope.
Like if I'm looking with a naked eye, are you saying it's all gone or?
No, this is just you're looking at the telescope and you're getting all this information. What the telescope does, I mean, obviously it works as a telescope, lets you see much farther than you'd be able to see, but it also lights everything up as certain magical things are lighting up for you.
Oh, I see.
I guess the only thing that wouldn't show up to the naked eye is you were talking about that illusory tower.
That illusory tower, correct. Yeah, that would not show up. And obviously it would be hard to find that spell book without being able to detect magic from that far range too.
Oh, gotcha. Good. Okay, so a telescope kind of hones it down.
Yes.
Easier.
Yep.
Got you.
Also, you see, as you kind of, and another interesting feature, when you try to look beyond the central spire, it's like blinding, because the whole thing is just covered in a giant light, so you cannot see, it's like you literally can't look at it. So you can't see that part of the map at all. But when you swivel it around, and obviously you can see like you know your earlier areas, the Chain Lightning Stadium lights up, the Tower of Abjuration lights up, that kind of stuff. The entrance lights up. You see at the Ice Causeway, which is the path you all took in, because now you know where to look as you've been there. You see a small army approaching. Dozens of humanoids wielding Chardalyn weapons, led by a tiefling woman, flanked by a pair of imposing gargoyles. And as you watch, you see like a group of nothics lope their way towards them as they approach the city, but they're quickly cut down by this army that's approaching into the city.
A tiefling?
Do I recognize the tiefling?
Yes.
You all would recognize this tiefling woman. From that distance, you can recognize Avarice.
There's only one tiefling woman that I know. And I've worked for a while.
That
so
you worked for a while. That is correct.
Robert, do you still have that connection with the tiefling woman? Sever it now.
I haven't spoken to her in some time. No, what?
Surely the DM didn't lowjack another one of his sending stones with an NPC at.
He pulls out the sending stone. I haven't used this in like a month. I don't know what you're talking
There's
about.
like a very clearly like thing attached.
It's like beeping.
It's got an antenna sticking out of it.
A light, like a noise. I don't know what this sound is. It's just been doing this. I don't know.
Yep. And that's probably a good stopping point. Before we end though, Edmund, I do need to give a con saving throw as you feel that same pressure on your eyes just from using this device. Excellent work.
Yep.
We're able to withstand that. Do you all and the slot is of course very claps her hands excitedly when you're able to use it and withstand it. She's like, "Oh, very good." I don't think your friend looks very good. Full's still like,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you what kind of your resting plans, because you all seem like you are.
We at least need a short rest, but if we can figure out where to long rest
Right.
at some point, although this new information is kind of
You've got new information, and you kind of have nothics right outside, so you'd have to basically convince the Slod to long rest up here. I'm not sure you could safely long rest here. You do have like a bunch of Slod downstairs, unfortunately.
There's
right.
an army approaching.
And there was an army.
Right.
Well, I mean, it was some distance away. So, like I said,
Yeah.
you guys have made it a pretty good chunk into the city, and now you saw basically back where you entered the city, like 7 sessions ago. There's an army approaching the city. Yeah.
So it might be like a day away.
Yeah.
So it might be all right, but that's all right. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can talk to this slot about like long resting here, but like clearing out the bottom level first before we do so.
Yeah.
Because it would be great to get a long rest. Because for Evans, he's tapped out. He's got some level 1 spell slots left, and that's it.
Why don't we just rest and then jump out the top of the tower?
Later.
If you show the slod where that causeway is, and like explain that was the path you took in and out of the city, and how that can be an exit, then she would be very happy and literally agree to let you all. Not only would you rest here, but she says she could help you basically clear especially if you tell them there's just a few nothics down there, because she does have some concerns about there being some monsters down below, and she heard some fighting.
Right.
But she could be convinced.
Yeah. I mean, yes, with the caveat that like Varvin would probably warn her that like, yes, we are happy to allow you an egress from the city, but fair warning, at the moment there seems to be some other intruders that are probably less congenial than us coming through this pathway.
That's a fair warning. Appreciate that. Marshals, you said you're doing fine work. You sure you don't work here for Arthas, though?
Never met the man personally, but we are doing
I'm
work
sure
in his
you
legacy.
will.
I'm sure.
Not many get through this city without meeting that one.
Yes, it's all right. I have some methods, but you know what? You keep the spell book. That says my gift to you, and you have given me the gift of freedom.
Indeed, after so much time, it must be well thought of.
She opens the trap door, and some of you are maybe like, no, 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 no. And she peers downstairs, nods, says, yes, there's still a few down there. And you see her summon a fireball in her hands and just throw it downstairs, and downstairs explodes within fire, and you hear a lot of screaming and burnt flesh.
That will help, I think, a little bit. All right, good luck then.
And she just turns invisible.
Well, good luck to you. Avoid the army coming in down the causeway, if at all possible.
Not associated with us, I swear.
Not associated with us. Totally unrelated.
All right. So that will do it for this session. Edmund, MVPC.
Yay.
For sure, even though it's not letting me do the poll for some reason.
A potion of superior healing. Always handy.
Yep, you found amongst the loot that the slot had up there somehow for some reason. And I think you all will get a chance to long rest up here.
Huzzah!
And I think you all will get a chance to level up
Oh boy.
in here. You have been 7 sessions into Ythryn now.
Nice.
And once again, I found a tower that didn't quite have all the information you were looking for, but at least pointed you in the right direction.
Another step.
Another step complete. All right, that will do it for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, and Raymond for playing, and thank you to wonderful fans for watching, and the patrons. Shoutouts to Platinum patrons: Joe, Will, Thomas, Stan, Brandon, Genocider, David, Eclectic, Roleplay Roll, Christopher, Brian, William, David, Corey, Rico at 1337, Matthew, Big Nut, John, Chris, Scott, Gene, Eric, Socks, Dan, and Tyler. And gold patrons: RPG, Paper Crafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard, Lion, Sam, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Nathan, Fast, Saga, Tortoise, Scott, Refus, Carolyn, and William. Thank you all very much for your support. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you next time.
Level 14!
Wow.
It's exciting. It's a big one.
That's a big one. Don't make it that high very often.
No. I'm thinking it's the first time we've ever seen level 14 outside of the campaign that was started at like 12. So.
I think that's right. I have to mention this Slod's life in the epilogue now.
What happened to the Slod?
She opened a hat store somewhere, I don't know.
Right.